I'm playing in a group, nigga. Give me my shield and my pistol. And it's like the ability to run around dicking on people, that's great. That's awesome. But when it comes down to, oh, well, Mana got the thing to where she can fucking pick up people faster. That's cute, but I want to be able to support more and do more without hindering people. Like I wish I could throw my fucking like throw a flash grenade without flashing you niggas too. Like shit like that. It's just, I wish I could do more on the support end of that, and there would be a little bit more depth to that aspect of gameplay than just, one over here on 52 turn around and three niggas blazing at him, or shit like that. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, and shit, but when it comes to that end card, I wish there was a little bit more there. Fucking enemy spotted, shit like that, because that's how I play all of these games. Unfortunately, Battlefield flopped like a goddamn whatever, but like even then, being able to put a fucking drone in the air, leave that bitch, and yeah, like it's a lot more. I feel like it would be a lot better if there was more to it than just run and shoot guns.
See,
But that go ahead.
and I feel that because like that's one of the real issues that I have with Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is a arcade shooter.
I don't know what that means. Or are you talking about like a Twitch shooter, like a
Yeah,
reaction shooter
yeah,
or whatever?
That's all it's designed for. You don't need tactics. Well, you need some tactics, but tactics aren't the highlight. Gameplay isn't the highlight. It's whoever can slide, duck, jump, and shoot their head the fastest is the winner.
Yeah.
And that's how come like Warzone draws in a lot of people, because of the fact that, bro, when you drop a 30 bomb, it's not because
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's not because you sat in one place. It's because you ran and hunted anyone you can find, which is exciting. But that's the type of shooter it is. That's how I wanted Battlefield to do so good, because Battlefield
in games like Battlefield, you can say, you know what, this is going to be a high traffic area, and you don't have to so-called camp, but you can always go back to that place. And and don't get me wrong, I like the idea of like gas closing in and all that stuff. And final circle is gonna come down to who got the better trigger finger, right? But when you first drop in and it's like niggas is doing the worm and shooting pistols at people's feet and fucking punching them in the face, like that's cool, that's funny, that's nice or whatever. But like, I feel like after the first loadout though, that's when niggas go, all right, cool. So now we in this. And I'll say like a lot of what ruins a lot of games, man, is the development of a meta that's no longer developed by players figuring shit out on their own. It's developed by people who stream.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's always been the case, though, just with any meta.
Back when,
even,
the meta was not defined. Dude, back before streaming, when you and I and other people played fucking vanilla, Burning Crusade, shit like that, where even when you had the thoughtbot shit and all that, even then, people still had to figure shit out, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, the development of a meta. Yeah, that's always existed, but I'm saying here's the thing. Most games come out, and people, and more people are saying it, and I've been saying it for a while, but people will optimize the fun out of a game, where it's like, I'm not playing the game because there's a certain build that I want to do based off of some things that I've seen, but I'm going to jump into the meta because this person's been winning with this, and there is no experimentation. So then you have games that build off of that. They don't build off of, I want to create a good game, I want to build something, or I'm going to make a game, I'm going to make something in the game OP, and then when everybody gravitates to that one thing, the illusion that they're having fun, as soon as it starts to get dull, we're going to nerf that and make something else stronger. Then you're going to have to jump over to playing that thing, but you're not going to find out until the 10 YouTube videos come out that day and say, hey, this is what happened, because nobody reads fucking patch notes, let's be real. So well, I read patch notes, but they come out and say, oh yeah, these things have been nerfed, these things have been nerfed, these things have been nerfed, and this stuff has been buffed, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but I really missed the time where you would find that shit out yourself. You ain't look at patch notes, my dude. Yeah, why is my thing not doing damage anymore? Oh, you ain't know? Damn, that's crazy. You might want to go read your patch notes.
See, but like, I'm not a fan of patch notes either.
I mean,
because I think if they change stuff, like, that's the one thing I hate is people are like, they need to tell us everything they're changing in the patch notes. No,
Oh,
try shit.
That's why I like. What company is it? I forget. But they'll say like, there's too much shit to put on here. But just know that we fixed some shit and we did some other shit. Go figure it out.
Yeah.
Mojang does that with some of their stuff. They'll say like, "Yo, here's a list of some of the stuff that we did, but there's a whole bunch of more shit that it's just too much."
Yeah.
But I mean,
but that's my thing.
But then you get people who cry, bitch, moan, and complain about stealth nerfs and shit like that at that point. It's
like,
bro,
and that's
shut up.
That's just stupid. That's just people. But that's because 90% of people don't care to figure stuff out because they want to come home, sit down, and already have the best thing that they can.
Exactly, Kevin. Yeah, trial and error is like some of the best shit ever. Like some of the most fun that I've ever had in World of Warcraft was back when you died and failed at a fucking boss, but somebody in your group noticed that this thing happened before he did this thing, and then you put it together that, oh, maybe when he raises his right arm that he's gonna do the big tank buster slam thing. I mean, we should probably move out of that. Like, that was the best shit, as opposed to now when it's like, well, thank you for tuning into my YouTube video, and I'm gonna tell you every mechanic ever to this boss, and you're gonna love it. All right, cool. So when he raises his right arm, everyone fucking move, because you couldn't have figured that out on your own.
Yeah, and that bothers me, especially because of the fact that when that started getting really hot, that's when Fat Boss and all them really started coming out of the woodwork. When they put the fucking diaries on the boss in the game, anyways.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah, dude, and you know what's fucked up?
And that practically
those things
tells
are so much more descriptive than any icy veins that you could ever read.
But the thing is, though, is the only reason people go to those videos and go to anything is because of the fact that you get to watch somebody do it. Because they're also playing it in the background. So this thing says, oh yeah, at this percentage this is gonna happen. Cool. But instead of seeing it for yourself and like, oh, okay, this is how it happens, I can go see a video and see exactly what the animation is, exactly what I need to do for. On top of the mods I already have to tell me, hey, this shit's happening.
Run away, little girl. Hey, I will say they updated Deadly Boss mods to where when you kill a boss, it plays the Final Fantasy fanfare.
That you've been able to down that for years.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just built into that one mod now. So yeah, I was like,
but especially because of like all the WoW stuff coming out the other day. That I'm not gonna lie, like, as much as Michael's hyped about it, because I'm not gonna lie, seeing trees just brings back nostalgia. Because
seeing trees, seeing trees. Oh, talent trees.
Yeah, talent trees.
Okay. Yeah,
because right now, as much as they're like, oh, you have a choice between 3 talents every so many levels. No, you don't, because 2 of those talents are garbage and no one thought about them.
Yeah.
There's 1 talent out there that actually helps, maybe a second, but it's for specific fights.
Welcome to the meta.
Yeah. And WoW just kind of like, they just took away, like, you just have meta, that's what it is. And that's one of the reasons why when they took out gear sets, I was kind of hyped. Because you aim for gear set. Like, that's all you need.
I need my tier 7. I need my tier 2, my tier 3, my tier 4. Yeah.
And as cool as they look, it's like those are the requirement because, you know.
Hey, bro, transmog all day. We good at this point.
But no, I feel that, like, people that get fixated, and that's unfortunately 90% of people, is because one, they don't understand how to, like, look at stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people I watch, and there's a few, like, especially because Call of Duty's been, or except for the past 2 renditions, have been one of those games where I like to know the stats of the weapons. I like to, and I don't have the knowledge of how to get what I need to get in order to, except for recording it and then literally counting frames.
Yeah.
Some people have programs that, because they've been doing videos on those for so long, that they just can go in and bam, 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 come out with one every week. Like Exclusive Ace. And then Exclusive Ace at the end of his videos always goes, here's what I like to play as. Here's what I like to put on weapons. And he emphasizes this is his playstyle, this is what he likes to play. And he's a good player.
There was
Like, but I hate people that like turn that type of shit into this is the end all be all. Like they cannot change it. Like if J God drops a video,
there was back when I used to play League, right? So there was a dude that made videos, and they were just called Breaking the Meta. And it was hilarious because he would purposely go in and say, all right, so look, this is the meta for this character. This is the build that everybody uses. This is the way that everybody builds this character. And then he goes, but this is how I play the character. And he would literally just go in, breaking the meta. And then he would literally, people be flaming this dude. That's not the way you build. And in esports, that's what they're doing. Mind you, ain't nobody touching these niggas these dudes who play esports. But, it's like, okay, so he'll play, let's say, for example, playing Butcher, but playing him in a way to where he gets shields like Artanis or some shit like that. Obviously, that's not the case, but just imagine a full survivability Butcher to where you just can't kill him. Now, he might not do as much damage, but people are, oh, he's a damage dealer. Why would you build him like a tank? And it's just, he would be out here dicking on people. And it's like, okay, that's the type of shit that I used to love watching. Be like, yo, I'm going to create my own way. The fact that I have a tank build right now in fucking Division, people talked all kinds of shit. Bro, why are you building like a tank? And you can't join in on our guild or our clan, whatever they call it in Division, but you can't join us or you can't be a part of us or whatever unless you're able to do this mission in under 10 minutes and blah 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 blah. And I was like, bro, but I built for full-on support and survivability for my team. I'm literally not made to be able to clear this shit in this amount of time. Oh, well, you should be able to, because if you use the meta build and blah. I don't use the meta build. Oh, well, then you can't be on our team. It's like, all right, well, what the fuck? Like, okay, cool.
Hell yeah. But that,
you know,
and that sucks because that streams across a lot of games. You don't know how many people like freaking, especially in like God, like before Warzone, because I've loved LMG since the dawn of time. Well, actually, since I joined the military, because you know, firing a saw is godliness. And I was like, this is me. This is me if I were a gun, and I love it. So that just became my favorite weapon. But it's funny how in like COD, any sort of game type, LMGs were always frowned upon because they don't pull up quick, they don't have the quickest TTKs, they don't have the best mobility, and everyone's like, oh, this is garbage because once again, arcade shooter. So SMGs and assault rifles and running and sliding and jumping and backflipping, like that's what it's about. And it's like,
but then people hated Titanfall. And then Call of Duty made Titanfall Call of Duty edition, and it was the tits. And it's like, you know, you've been able to do this shit for 3 years now, right?
Yeah,
like,
but it's stuff like that. That's how come, like, one, Warzone kind of opens up a little bit more. Because, like, as much as assault rifles and snipers still kind of, like, there's a few hit or miss, but for the most part, they run the meta. But being able to have an LMG because of the fact that, like, I like it and I can still contend with you. Because, like, the SA-87. I love when people realize I'm using the SA-87 in Warzone. You don't know how many people are like
that's the LD7A2, right? Or whatever the fuck.
The SA-87, yeah. That would be from what they call another is, but it's Call of Duty specifically. It hits hard, has hard kick, LMG movement, quicker reload because it's not a drum or anything. But the fact is, its base range, like, trumps every other gun's range. Yeah. Like, and even some guns that they put extended barrel and monolithic suppressor on. And I'm like, I'm behind you by like 1 or 2 meters, and I don't even have that on that bitch. Let me throw on this monolithic, and let's see what we do. And then it's like, oh, wow, that's pretty sweet. And it's funny because they're like, he can't outshoot me until they realize, like, bro, this thing's got razor like a motherfucker. And then I'm like, oh, that's gorgeous. Or, like, my first 3 wins in Warzone were using the M91. And so many people were like, what? Like, who uses that? But at the range I'm using it, you're going to touch me anyway. So, let's go. Not only that, but mounting mechanic. But yeah, and that's my play style. Of course, I gotta, depending on who I'm playing on, I have to adjust because sometimes I have to play more aggressive. Sometimes I can sit back. But that's That's just what I like to do. Yeah, I still lose out PTK against meta because that's meta. And
yeah, but I mean, here's the thing, man. I wouldn't even say that because I've sat and watched as you've, you know what I'm saying, used some of the most some of the funniest shit to beat people who are obviously fucking, you know, meta horrors. But
Rytech.
What did you say?
The Rytech sniper. I was playing one day and people were. This was their mixer, and people were astonished because this was when the Rytech couldn't kill him one shot to the face.
Yeah, I remember.
So I'm just sitting there like plow, plow, drop, plow, and they're like, "Are you two-shotting with?" What is that? I'm like, oh, this is a Rytech, and they're like,
yeah, people, oh yeah, let me run this HDR, and it's like, all right, you go for that, but then, yeah, and the thing is, like, I've sat there and like watched, and I'm like, yo, this is insane that he's literally sitting here, zit zit, and people just dropping. Meanwhile, you know, there's times where, like, you know, I jumped on the HDR because I mean I was like, yo, I want the big daddy hard hitting sniper. So I looked up what's the best sniper in the game. People are like, HDR. But then you notice as soon as I put the fucking Car 98 on before the whole, you know, Car 98 meta explosion. And I was putting people to sleep with that. But what was I using though? I wasn't using a long scope. I was using the Car 98 with a fucking with the red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
People were like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I sniped him out with a red dot." And the next thing I know, I see fucking Nick 2 video. Oh, I use a red dot with my car. I'm more aggressive, and it's like, come on, dog. And it's like, because the thing is, I play aggressive recon back in Battlefield, where or not even Battlefield, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I had a bolt action sniper rifle that I literally used with a fucking red dot scope, and it was great because I was able to stick up there to be like that mid range and still be able to get what I need to get. And then if I need to switch to a machine pistol, then that's what I would do. But then when you start seeing to where like everybody's using it now, it's like, oh man, see, now I don't even want to use this shit, bro. Like, come on, man.
For real. But Kev, like, that's good though, because don't get it twisted. Because my whole thing is, I think everybody can be good at every game. Like, they just need to put more effort into it. Some of them, get discouraged because, I mean, if you do bad, it sucks, and I feel that.
Yeah, people flame you for it.
Yeah, but as long as you're doing what you do and you enjoy the game, and you find a group of people that can get you through it, I think that's the best way for it to ever be handled. Because, I mean, there's tons of people that I've played with that I'm like, hey, you are, and I like those people personally. The ones that are like, I kind of suck, because those type of people want to get better. But the only thing that I'm like, I gotta make sure that they understand is everybody wants to be as good as J-God, wants to be good as Scump, wants to be as good as Bajira. And I'm like, why do you guys set your bar so low? Mm-hmm. Like, don't get it twisted. All of them are awesome players. All of them are great at their games. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I want to beat that person. Will I? Probably not. But do I aim for it? Hell yeah, I do.
That's something that my dad, my uncles, and everything always told me. When I was a kid, I want to be just like you. I want to be just like you. I want to be just like you. No, don't just shoot for where I'm at. I want you to be better than me. And like, that's real shit. You know, but a lot of people will look at those people like look at the streamers and the people who bring out the big like montages and, you know, 360 no scopes, all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, I'm aiming to be just like this guy. And it's like, but why not try to figure out a way to counter the 360 no scope?
Yeah, that's
because that's the type of shit that I think about. Like, yo, my man is running a build where he quite literally can see everything and everybody on the map when he does XYZ 1, 2, and 3. All right, so what's a good counter to that? How do I beat that? You know what I mean?
And that's the issue with a lot of people. Want to, like, for people who want to compete with people, for some reason feel like they got to beat them at their own game.
Nah, fuck that.
Like,
I'm gonna find what you weak at, and I'm gonna exploit that shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's just smart. especially because of the fact that even in real life, bro, there's not a lot of people that can do what other people can do.
Oh yeah, no.
Like I'm not gonna lie, freaking, I'm a big dude, a real big dude, 6'4", 330 pounds of sheer force.
Mm-hmm.
And thing is though is, I work at IKEA and I fucking chunk furniture. Fucking 400 pounds, ha! 500 pounds, ha! But I'm the biggest dude there. And no joke, I don't expect anybody else to. But the thing is though, is there's people out there, people that I work with who can pick orders quicker than me because they're just smarter about it. Like I can sheer force it because, you know, I'm just huge. Yeah. Them on the other hand, they're like, I can't throw a pallet like him, so let me do it this way. Let me roll the pallet. Let me get this forklift. Yeah, let me get this forklift. Let me get these people. Let me put in the order first that I completed it, and then get it onto the cart, because then it's already done, so it's no longer a problem. And hey, that's genius. And then, you know, and then I got to start stealing some of your stuff because, you know, that's genius, because now that just makes me even faster. But putting that stuff together is what makes stuff work. Yeah. And that's how come, like, watching a lot of people, like, if that's the way they play, well, that's the way they play, because, like, J God, all of them, that's just the way that they play. And I'm like, so that's them. It's the people that copy them. Then I'm like, bro, especially when they're like, but I'm running meta. How are they killing me? Bruh, it's easy. It's because you suck. Because meta is designed to be the best the game can do. If you can't do the best that you can do, you don't reach that full 100%. So if you suck, you always suck. It's like, bro, I can give anybody a race car. But bro, unless you know how to drive that bitch, watch you slam into the wall every fucking time. But after you do it for a few years, you start to learn how it happens, your high and lows, where the soft is, how to drive it, and then that's when you get better. What's up, Liz? How's it going? God dang. Coming in here calling me her favorite sexy. Woo! God damn, I'm all about it. Oh, you work at IKEA too? Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy,
bro. That's legit. Transfer down to Texas, bro. Texas, yeah. Hell yeah,
fella, you got it.
But yeah, and that just like, that's one of my things, because that's something that I've wanted to do with this channel. I have a lot of it scripted out. I just haven't been able to push it yet, because I'm trying not to offend too many people. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's not about
offending people, bro.
Oh, bro, fucking, like, it's cancel culture. Someone's gonna get offended regardless. But
that's the thing. That's the thing, though, because at the end of the day, and I'm seeing it more and more nowadays, that the more people who are coming against you to cancel you, there are still people who are like, nah, wait a minute.
But the thing is, though, is if I had a strong following, I could do that, because I know that I would have it. But
you're also not saying. But here's the thing, though. You're not saying anything that's derogatory either, though.
No, but people who play video games take video games very seriously. Like, even if it's just to play for fun, because of the fact that is their hobby, that's what they do.
Okay.
To, you know, release their shit. And like, no joke, because people could talk stuff about the video games, I don't care. But you talk shit about the way I'm playing a video game, then I care. There's other people who are the same way, who don't care about, you know, certain things of a video game, but there's something about that they care about, because they put more into gaming than they do into work or into their life, because, you know, it helps them, you know, release. It gives them something to do. It makes them feel better. Like, okay. So, you know, it's something that they put time into. So it's important to them for some reason.
Yeah, and let the real world smack them in the face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm doing all right. I don't think real world's gonna smack me in the face, and I play games more than anything.
Nah, you know when the real world smacked you in the face?
Huh?
When Doc told you was pre-diabetic.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I like it. Damn, Liz light me up, dude. But but yeah, and that's just what it is, and that's like, I'm like,
Joangela Van Sickum.
Yeah, that's Liz.
That's a sick ass name.
Oh yeah.
It's like Edwin Von Cleef.
Yeah.
Lapdogs, all of you.
But that's the thing, and that's where like that's why me and Michael are always butting heads though, because I'm one of those people that like, oh, if you suck, you can be good. You just need to understand how to get good on your own. Because I could tell you what to do, but you need to understand what you're doing. Michael, on the other hand, is like, look, you have to understand what you're doing, so just quit sucking. And because that's the way that's the way he's always learned everything. He just runs into it head first. If he realizes that he can't go through it, well, shit, maybe I can't go through it. Let me think of something else. Me, if I can't go through it, I just bust through it anyways, because nothing stops me.
Yeah. It's one of them things though too, like because I've had the pleasure of sitting and listening to you guys butt heads about that situation, and it's really funny because like, like I have to laugh sometimes because I think about like Minecraft, right? And yeah, Minecraft is an easy game, right? But then there are still people who suck at Minecraft, right?
Well, so in my opinion, but the thing is though is there are people who suck, but that's like one of the reasons why on the server Michael hates auto kill machines, because it's an easy game. Why do you have to make it even easier? Go smack something. Go out and do something. Don't just stand there AFK and get what you want. Nah, I agree with that. Hey, bro,
shit. Now, and here's the thing: you perfectly valid, right?
Hell yeah.
But at the end of the day, I bought this shit.
Oh, it's your birthday.
What'd you say?
It's Angela's birthday?
No. She got it for her. She got the name for her birthday, meaning when she was born, that's what she was named.
Got you. I was sitting there like, oh shit. I saw Kev react the same way. Just, it's your birthday?
Yeah, nah. See, yeah, that's because y'all IKEA brothers.
Hell yeah. But freaking, that's one of the things, because in every game, that's why meta's around though.
Too high for this.
Is because everybody just wants easy. That meta is just easy. You don't gotta do no work. You don't gotta do nothing. You automatically get best, and that's half of what sucks. And that's hoping, whole bunch of hope ashes that they can pull off a miracle. Ashes of Creation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if they can do it right, I honestly feel like that might actually change the way MMOs are looked at. Because right now, everyone, ever since WoW hit, everyone's been trying to do the WoW thing. They've been trying to, big bucks, big subscription, big magical games. They throw in some of their own stuff.
But that's just because it worked for WoW.
Yeah.
But not everything that's going to work for WoW is going to work for everybody else. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Even looking at the whole Elden Ring debacle, where all of these different developers were following the same formula for a long time and completely disregarding the complaints of the people who were playing their game, saying that filling my mini map and my map with a bunch of useless shit that I really don't feel like doing, all this stuff, and then here comes Elden Ring and doesn't do any of that, has great success, and they're like, well, clearly these people don't know what they want. No, clearly you haven't been paying attention. Well, this has been working for this game for X amount of time, and we just copied this model. Yeah, but it worked for that game, and you guys couldn't get the same results that this game got. And it's a thing. Fucking every game coming out, every MMO coming out, talking about, oh, we're a WoW killer, but then as soon as games, Final Fantasy 14 started going their own way and saying, you know what, let's capitalize off of what we're actually good at and stop trying to beat WoW and everything. And then next thing you know, they started to overtake WoW. I think
quit trying to take on the meta by the meta strength, my guy.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
and it's like, but it's one of those things where you literally have to be able to make your own. Let's pretend that never happened. Yeah, but like,
December, baby.
Oh yeah, but yeah, no, that's just one of the funniest things that I've noticed about like a lot of companies, because I'm big on I'm actually, even though I hate doing it, but I'm big on sales. I'm great at it, and like I've watched so many salesmen like try to copy the tactics of other salesmen to see it, to try to get the same results as them, and that shit doesn't work. It's like, oh, what are some best practices that you have that make you successful? Well, I do this, and this, but that works for me because I have a certain personality.
You're a big black man.
Well, but no, that's the thing. I have to take that into account. No, think about this though. I go to people's houses at this point, so I have to take that into account if I'm going to some little old white lady's house, because I am going to have to temper the way that I am when I'm talking to this lady. Because but the thing is, if you were to send Jim Reels over there, and he's a tiny white guy, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a different type of conversation. I'm intimidating at your front door.
I would love for you to just hold white lady and then just be the normal Jamal I know, and be like, bro.
I've actually had an old white lady. I had an old white lady.
That'd be awesome.
And when I first started talking to her, she was like, "You don't have to code switch for me, honey. Don't worry about it." And then I looked around her house, and she had a bunch of black, black kids, and I was like, "Okay, got it." So now you get your unicorns every now and again. But easy mode debate on Elden Ring. No, Elden Ring is a game that's supposed to be hard, and it's quite literally the definition of, if you don't give up, eventually you'll get it. And
I haven't played Elden Ring personally, bro, but I do keep up with a lot of games, because even though I don't play them, doesn't mean that they're not good. I know this. Right. It doesn't. They're just not my thing. Especially because of the fact that, like, the way I looked at it, because the original Dark Souls was I love that game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like losing and learning.
Yeah. That's literally how you fucking learn most of the time.
But the second one came out, and the second one they kind of dumbed that down a little bit, and I was like, okay. And it's been continuing with games like that, where they're like, okay, because the hardcore crowd is a different type of crowd. Because, the
hardcore crowd grew up in I won't even say grew up, but like they live off of the fact that giving up isn't really an option here. And when we live in I don't want to say like a society, right? But we live in a time where like people are actively encouraged sometimes that people are actually encouraged sometimes to give up. Or, oh, it's okay if you give up. We'll still give you a trophy for you being here. The game does have some cruel pitfalls that I would want them to do less. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because I've 100% of that games. I've 100% in Elden Ring. So like, I would really like to know, because I've looked at so many people who have said things just like that and been like, okay, well, wait a minute, because like, when I found out certain things, I was like, okay, well, this, and sometimes it comes down to stepping back and looking at the bigger picture. Maybe you're not supposed to be here yet. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people will say, oh, well, this, like, one of the first things, oh, this is the first boss of the game. Yeah, you get directed this way, but they made this open world for a reason. And, if you going up to the first boss, that's your first check to say, hey, yo, because let's be real. When you first come out and you see a big golden dude on a horse, when I looked at him, I was like, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and sneak around this way, because he feel like he don't smoke. He seemed like he don't smoke. But there's a lot of people, a lot of streams I've watched, a lot of YouTube videos I've watched, and they're pissed off because they can't beat this dude on this horse that one-shots them. And it's like, bro, you are a level 10 goddamn astrologer, and all you got is a small mana pool where you can cast 5 spells before you got to drink some shit. Like, stop it.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of it comes down to paying attention, and that's been their draw. There's been exactly. But that's been the draw to a lot of the Dark Souls / Elden Ring games, where it's literally been, hey, this boss just whooped my ass. Now, am I going to jump back in this ring and do the same thing that I just did and see if it works now? No. Let me find out what it does. And then you still have to pay attention, because sometimes you haven't gotten far enough in the boss fight to realize that once he gets past a certain level of health, he does another part of that combo. And that's just the thing. But I mean, I am interested to know, like, what kind of pitfalls you mean when you say that you want them to do them less, because I mean, I don't think that an easy mode would solve anything, because at that point you might as well just go play fucking Skyrim. Not to say Skyrim has an easy mode either, but
I was about to say because I was about to say I like Skyrim,
bro,
but it's because
Skyrim is still. That's because of the default mentality of this boss is here, so I must beat it first to continue. Oh yeah, 1000%. But then there's other bosses that, like, once you've beaten a certain boss, you go back and like, oh, well, I never knew that this place was here. You go in there thinking that you're about to have a full-on boss fight, then you kick this dude in the nuts and he dies. And it's like, what? You mean I could have killed this guy before I killed? Yeah, you could have. You know? No, but Liz, what pitfalls is what I'm saying? Like, they had some pitfalls, some cruel pitfalls that I would want them to do less. What do you mean?
Literally pitfalls, like falling off the edge.
No, there are some that you quite literally fall off the fucking edge.
I know.
Like, wow, that's crazy.
That's like, other than the fact that like I get to know what Elden Ring's meta is because it hits TikTok the instant someone discovers it.
Yep.
But the fact that like I've seen so many people that will like fall off a ledge and they're like just raging, and I'm like, bro, Mother Nature is a cruel mistress. Is a cruel mistress. You're talking to the guy who died to nature in Minecraft on this server. My first 3 deaths was in the first 15 minutes. We're too natured. Fuck that bitch.
Hey, and the funniest part too is when you died to Mother Nature, right? And then we got to that village. Little did we know that whole time the fucking end portal was right there.
Right there, yeah. Yeah.
Because remember, we turned around and found that other cave while we were in that village.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, yo. So I went back and I'm like, bro, the fucking end portal is here. Yeah.
But fucking good times though. But yeah,
you know what's crazy? You know what I laugh about too? So I don't like exploring caves by myself in Minecraft, like going deep and like into the dark or whatever. But I'll play a game like Elden Ring and just dick on everything that I see. And like I ran, man, the people From Software know how to make some creepy ass looking enemies, and I would much rather run into one of these fucking 40 armed goddamn things to come out of the ground screaming at you and throwing up on you than to walk in a room and hear like,
he said fuck that shit, I'm out,
bro.
Nah, have you speaking of Minecraft, have you seen the new disc?
Nah.
Yeah, the new disc, it's got kind of that creepy edge. It's kind of hilarious.
Of course it does.
I'm just gonna start playing it near your area.
I can't remember. It was something about defeating a boss and it not dropping anything.
Oh, that sounds like
but that would have had to have been a bug though, because quite literally, and again, I've 100% of the game, every boss drops something. And there's times where like there's a boss that you'll fight that has another version of it, or it has there's one boss in the game where you fight him twice, well no, 3 times before you actually fight the actual version of him. But even then, every time you fight him, you still get something from him. So like that would have had to been a bug, and I've actually seen a couple of instances where there was a situation to where somebody killed the boss and they didn't get anything from it. And they were like, "Well, what the fuck? What do you mean I didn't get anything from this boss, or I just killed it or whatever?" And come to find out it was a bug. So I mean, I understand that, and like, bug fixes need to happen. Yeah, go fight him on heroic, right? But yeah, but that's the only time I've heard of a boss not dropping something after you kill it. But yeah, again, that was a bug, and it's unfortunate that happened to somebody. But I mean, you know, in a game where when the boss was supposed to drop something for you, as if you were going to actually use it anyway, right? But if the boss was supposed to drop something for you and somebody else isn't using that shit, they can just join your game and drop it, whatever. But you know, as long as you know. Yeah, but like one of the biggest complaints that my roommate had was like when he's playing a mage character. Now, everybody who I've seen who play fucking sorceries are like, yo, they make the game boring, the game's too easy, blah, blah, blah. And he was having a rough go at it for a long time. And he's a very thorough person where he's looking for stuff and he's turning over every leaf and blah, blah, blah. But the biggest thing is when you don't look into the systems of the way that a lot of things in the game works, then you end up lost. And it's like, well, you know, it's one of those people who he doesn't like backseat gamers. So, you know, when you sit in here and you just like, I'm gonna just watch you suffer, but it's like, bro, you realize you could just do XYZ 1, 2, and 3 and your problems would have been solved, you know, 100 hours ago.
I think I think that right there is also another builder on meta.
What's that?
Like people don't want to ask because I mean, there's a lot of people I know that like no joke. I'll sit there and I don't want to put anybody on blast, but they sucked at the game we were playing, and then they finally were like, Alan, why am I sucking? And I'm like, oh, because of this. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, because last time I tried to tell you, you got extra butthurt.
Yep, and that's exactly how it was.
And it's like, oh, I mean, I'm sorry, but you could have looked into it yourself.
Yeah. And the thing is, you spend enough time on YouTube anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Either that or else. I mean, not.
Okay. So accessibility, right? What do you define as accessibility as far as if you want to differentiate it from easy mode? Because if you want something to be accessible, right, then because the thing is, one thing that a lot of people don't understand is not every game is made for everybody. And when a new game comes out and it looks cool, everybody wants to say, oh, I'm gonna jump and play that. Yeah, but this shit might not be for you. Like, I don't know how many fucking NBA 2K games and Madden and all this shit come out looking juicy and delicious, but hey man, this game ain't for me. So like
everyone comes out looking juicy and delicious.
What'd you say?
I said all of them come out looking juicy and delicious.
Right, but that's the thing. But it's like, I mean, think about it, bro. How many people will look at a game like, anyone can play Elden Ring. Yeah, anyone can play Elden Ring, but not everybody's going to have the same. Not everybody's going to have the same experience with it, and that's the biggest downfall of what a lot of these previous developers were having, and the big problem that they were having with Elden Ring and all the success that it was having, because they aimed to make their game to where everybody was going to have the exact same experience. So much so that they would, 2 million sales is a lot of different people, but that doesn't mean that all these people are going to have the same experience. And games made by Ubisoft and a couple of other developers, they come out and they're quite literally the same. It's literally, it was called the Ubisoft effect, where if you would finish the little tutorial area, and next thing you know, you have a map full of stuff, and you have no idea what to do next, but all you got is a bunch of waypoints. And that was, oh yeah, this is accessible. Anybody who jumps into this game will be able to play it, will be able to have fun and everything like that. But the thing is, they broke Elden Ring. I won't say broke the mold, but they went against that and was like, look, we're going to drop you into this game and you can quite literally do whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's why games like, Breath of the Wild was so successful, because it was literally, you have this objective that you eventually do have to do at some point, but go do whatever the fuck you want to do. But just know, this shit ain't gonna be easy. You are going to die, and you're gonna have to learn from your mistakes. And unfortunately, there's microtransaction maps. Oh, time savers. Let's call them what they were calling them, right? Fucking Helix credits. That's why, dude, I have every Assassin's Creed game, and I've only beaten one of them because it's quite literally the same game. And I'm a huge fucking Assassin's Creed fan. I have an Assassin's Creed tattoo, but it's like, yo, I can't fucking play this shit. And like, the new Assassin's Creed, the Norse one, Norse mythology, I studied that shit for like 7 years. The shit was great. I'm like, yo, I'm about to put my dick in this game. And I jumped in and I was like, wow, this is Assassin's Creed Origins with snow. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, they're like, we're following this mold because people don't know how to boycott with their fucking wallets. That's why Apple gets away with taking shit out of the box every year with their phones, because guess what? People still gonna buy it. And then when other companies see that the shit works, bro, quite literally, and look, I sell these bitches every day. First, Apple took out the headphone jack off of their phones, and people still flocked to them and bought them, lining up outside, my dude, not eating, and to buy this phone. Even though complaining the whole way, oh, they took away the headphone jack. Then they took headphones completely out of the box. Oh, okay. So people still continued to buy. And then it got to the point where Samsung was making fun of Apple because they were taking things away from their customers. But guess what? People were still buying. So then when Apple was like, yo, what's really crazy is that we going to take the charger out of the box. Now what? Now you got to buy the charger separately from your phone? Yeah, see, but you able to boycott with your wallet. But guess what? Now they took the charger out of the phone, right? I mean, out of the box, right? And people still continued to buy. Then Samsung stopped making fun of them, and they started doing the exact same thing because people still gonna buy. So yeah, you put microtransactions in the game, and you put things behind a paywall. People are gonna complain all the fucking time while they pulling out their credit cards and still paying for that shit. So like, yeah, no, people. That's the biggest thing.
Well, one, it's also because the fact that phones are so much of a necessity nowadays.
Oh yeah,
but even that, like, bruh, I mean, I ended up getting the fucking.
But you know what though?
21 Ultra. Did I need the Ultra? No. But you know, why not? Why not? Because you know it's a necessity. I'm gonna keep it for 3 or 4 years. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. Buying that charger was a little bit of a bitch though.
It was, but here's the thing. Okay, it's a $20 brick, right? And hell, I would have gave you my my phone number. You could have got a 50% discount. But it's and the thing is, companies are great at it, but people will still sit there and buy the shit. Nintendo, yeah, perfect fucking example. Like it's just insane because like these phones that you buy, right? These phones are made to last you with normal use and you taking care of your device. You can easily get 5 to 6 years out of your phone unless they force you with like not even with software updates nowadays, but if they force you with like changing the network, like all the networks just dropped 3G off the map, so now you have to have a 4G or 5G phone. But even then, I knew customers who still had iPhone 6s and like iPhone 5S's that still worked and that they didn't want to get rid of. So at that point, that lets you know that like, yo, take care of your shit, and quite literally it'll take you far. And you get all the conspiracies, oh well they slow down the phones and blah blah blah. Well yeah, but when it comes down to software updates, yeah, that shit happens, like whatever. But a lot of times it's not to the degree that people are saying, but the fact that you want to sit there and watch porn on your phone all day.
Well, not only that, but just technology itself, because it continues advancing. Your phone is already built. There is nothing going into it other than software updates.
Right.
So as soon as the hardware reaches the cap, it's moved. Because like up until last year, when I bought this phone, brand spanking new, I was still rocking the Note 5.
Yeah.
That I got day one.
Did I tell you that you need to switch to AT&T and get a new phone?
But the only reason I got a new phone is because I was talking to this girl, and she wanted, like, you know, sometimes you kind of try to hint that you're bored. You're like, all right, cool beans. But that phone couldn't be on the internet and on a call at the same time. It had to be either or.
Yeah.
Because that's where technology was. And I was like, I can't just let this chick ramble so that way she doesn't get angry, and so that way, you know, she'll still want to meet up later on.
1,000%.
So that way I can take it, you know, watch something on YouTube and okay, yeah. But now I got this, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it keeps me a lot more entertained, and I can just let people talk and upgrade. But yeah, but that, and not only that, but now, like, I don't know what I have like 20 cameras on the back for, but you know.
but Liz, I know that you guys' phone plans are ridiculous over there too, though. That's man.
Mine ain't too bad.
No. In Canada, fucking phone plans in Canada are ridiculous, dude.
Oh, I thought you were down here. I was like, no.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because they got like little loopholes and shit that you can do too, where you can come over. You can come over to like Michigan, right? And you can buy a phone. But so many people were doing that. They were coming over from Canada, buying phones in the U.S. and then taking them back over there. That they had to make it to where you had to spend 50% of your time monthly in the States, or you would get charged. You would get charged for Canada rates. Yeah. Because that's how many people were doing that. And the thing is, you get unlimited talk, text, data, US, Mexico, and Canada, like you sitting at home when you're, provided you are, meeting that requirement. But it was like, yo, people were literally like, yo, I would much rather, let's see, my 30 gigs a month. Oh, 30 a month, unlimited everywhere, but in Canada, 8 gigs of data a month. Yeah, see, 8 gig plan. Caribbean, not Canada. Oh, no, I was talking about Kev, not you, Liz.
Oh, Caribbean! I didn't even know that. See, I learn stuff about Liz every day.
Oh yeah, no, she come from the land of big cheeks and big meats.
Oh, if you ever want a little bit smaller meat, I got you.
No, I ain't talking about that big meat. I'm talking about good chicken. At least you won't hurt.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Nah.
Liz over here hyping me up. Like, I gotta throw something back at her. It's not a lot, but that's all you gotta do it multiple times. Everyone makes fun of shrimp until you're at a buffet with shrimp.
12 gigs, you have to pay $100 a month, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Hell yeah. I have me, my brother Sean, my mom on my plan, and I spend $120 a month, but it's unlimited everything.
Who you got?
I got T-Mobile. Well, it was Sprint, now it's T-Mobile.
Okay. And
I mean, I'm kind of angry because I think I'm the only person that didn't bitch about Sprint.
Strip club is called Camp Happy. That's fucking great. Fun fact, I have never been to a strip club before.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I never had to go. If I want to see some naked girls, I would just pick up the phone.
Me, I just don't see the point in paying for merchandise that you can't touch, and then when you want to touch it, you don't want to touch it, but you're going to pay more.
Yeah.
Like, especially now, I've been like, how quick Tinder.
I saw a TikTok that was like, yo, as long as Pornhub and X videos is free, I will not pay your OnlyFans. I'm not paying for your OnlyFans.
Oh, whoever pays for OnlyFans, that's their whole thing too, man. Because
bro, I'm good on that.
Hell yeah, especially because there's somebody on there who's paying for it, who's snagging them videos and throwing those bitches up on xnxx.com anyways. So,
right. Well, then they get snatched off almost immediately because people are constantly a lot of these people are on top of it nowadays.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like I've been, I've been extra hyped when I'm like, oh man, I got like this 3 hour-long video of Amaranth. All right.
Jesus Christ.
And no joke, Amaranth isn't really my favorite person, but you know what? She's a good-looking woman, and I would definitely dip it in her. So, all right.
That's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Wow, King Kong and Godzilla are coming to Warzone? Like, come on, dude. Why?
Because they got to keep up with the movie since they did what's it called last year?
That sort of fake girlfriend. You want a fake girlfriend experience? Just create a Tinder and just find a girl that like to talk to, and then when you get flaked on, damn, there you go. And you got that for free.
Hell yeah. See,
now,
but
luckily, I didn't really get flaked on. I was on Tinder for like a month, and then jumped on Hinge for like a month, met Kayla, then I deleted that shit. And here I am.
See, I don't really hop on stuff. Like, I created Tinder once, but like ever since high school, I've always had like a group of girls I could just go through. The little black book. Even though kids nowadays don't know about it, the black book. But now they're all married and all have kids now. So now I'm like, I ain't got no black book.
I had that, and yeah, they got married, had kids, or moved away. And it was one of those things where like, even up until like, what was it? I met Kayla in February. Yeah, the December before I met. Like 3 months before I met Kayla, like the last girl that was in my so-called black book was like the whatever. But yeah, I mean that's how I met most of the girls that I talked to. Either I knew them from way back in the day, or whatever. But yeah, the first time I jumped on something like that, I was like, all right, yeah, I'll pick this one. See where this goes. And yeah. So wait, hold on. My favorite video of her is the one with the horse mask. But those dudes are so scared, desperate, and depressed that they will pay for this shit. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. But let's be real though. They've always been paying for it, but now they're just paying for it from the comfort of their own home.
That's true.
Let's be real. Like we can't really say sad, desperate, and depressed, because a lot of times these dudes that pay for the box are paying for the girl to just shut the fuck up because they're dealing with a nagging ass wife or girlfriend at home. Realistically, you ain't paying for the experience. You paying for them to not say shit.
you're paying to get enough. That's all it is.
I mean, I still don't understand that, but
I mean, you do it regardless. You meet a chick, you take her out. You pay for it. You're paying for it. As far as I'm concerned,
Riley said it best. I'm paying, so that makes her a
hoe. Yeah. I mean. But I mean,
you're not paying the girl, you're paying the restaurant, but I'm paying. Yeah.
But that's true. That's what it is. Yeah. That's like no joke. That's come out. I was kind of like Abby, bro. When I went up to the tier, bro, He took me out on a date. That was crazy. Yeah. I found that weird as shit, but I was like, you know what?
It is weird. It is good, especially because I'm conservative and fucking and old school. So like when it comes to like Kayla and I, our first date, like when I paid for the food and everything, she threw out the fucking tip. I was like, yo, what? And she was like, yeah, no, I got that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then she proceeded to beat my ass in every game in Dave & Buster's. And then she let me win in one of them.
Oh, but, that's how you know she wifey material though. When she could beat you at games, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, she was like, yeah, I come here every Wednesday. I was like, bitch. But no, she took me out all the time. I get pissed off because she be trying to spend money on me all the time. I'm like, yo, don't spend your fucking money on me. She's like, why not? And I'm like, because it's weird. I'll buy my own stuff. You don't have to. What the fuck? You just paid all of our bills. Like, let me buy you something. Stop being a bitch. She'll never say that. She would never say that shit to me. But yeah. Old school does still work, but unfortunately,
I mean, but that just shows it's because like there's some people that I talk to where I'm like, oh man, you know, I'll take you out, cool beans, pay for their stuff, cool beans, but then I just spend X amount of dollars and that person hangs around for another couple of days and I'm like, what a waste. But yeah, old school does work though. It's just nowadays because. Old school used to work better because you had to go out and you had to go hunting for people. You had to go talk to people. You had to go, mingle. Now, you go, hey, nope, yep, nope, yep. And then hopefully they yep you too. And if it's a yep, hey, let's go. Then you get to mosey on. I'm more of a, man, I remember, who was it? This was a while back, but, one of our friends, like, he actually came to me, like, he was trying to talk to a chick. He's like, I'm trying to talk to this girl, but I don't know how to read these signs because it's not a computer screen. And I'm like, oh, bruh, let me talk to her. Check this out. My first words were, he likes you. Do you like him? And he's like, why are you going to throw my shit out there? I'm like, bruh, just ask. Ask if she thinks you're hot. Ask if she has a boyfriend. They're like, nah, people get so shy around that shit. It's weird. Extra weird. But yeah, and that's the thing is though, especially because like I look at relationships way weirder than everyone else does, and probably a lot less. Like it's weird because I put a lot more thought into them, but it requires a lot less action. And it was kind of funny because when Jamal was down here, we got on to talk about relationships because when he came down here, he brought his baby mama and. As long as I've known Jamal, which has been a while, he never has been in like a solid relationship. Like he'll have a chick and he'll be like, yeah, we kind of fucking. But that's about it. Oh, I'm telling him when we got onto that conversation about relationships and what love means to us, because I was like, the entire time I've known you, like you've known chicks, bang chicks, but as far as I'm concerned, your current girl has been the first actual like relationship that I've ever seen you in.
Yeah.
And we got into that whole talk, and I was like, because as far as relationships go, because I was like, bruh, to me, relationships should be love. Like, the love should be unbound between you two, and it should be able to connect. Like, I don't need anything other than that. But then Michael was like, well, I kind of like the, constant reassurance she loves me. But
yeah.
But
there's that, but
yeah, and I understand it because like don't get it twisted. I don't think anybody will complain about reassurance of someone loving him. But the thing is though is for me it's like, bro, once you reach a certain point, like they should be on that Shield Bros level. Like if I should be able to be like, man, I love this bitch, and she should be like, man, I love that dude, and then we just look at each other like, yeah, we know what we're thinking.
Yeah, no, and it's one of those things that. Now, going into the current relationship that I'm in, I really had to do some self-reflecting though, because for a long time, I didn't really know what the hell like love really was, because I never had like any kind of, I never really had an idea. I never really saw it, right? Like, even like, my parents, they were never together. I'm like a product of a one night stand between two people that hate each other. And like every single relationship that I've seen throughout my life, people get together, they say underhanded shit behind each other's back, all kinds of stuff. And then it's like, okay, well, these people don't really love each other. And like, my whole philosophy is like, if I tell you I love you, I can't lie to you. Like, I can't, like, even if it's to that bullshit, preserve your feelings. No, fuck that. No, I'm going to tell you what's real, tell you what it is, because you need to hear the truth if that's what you're coming to me for. Now, for a long time, I was doing some cringy shit where I was depressed and I hated myself. So like, if people told me that they love me, I would then hate them because you can't love who I hate, whatever. That was cringy as fuck. But I really had to, I really couldn't get into like a real relationship until I actually could accept the fact that, like, I love me some me at this point. And I know that I'm not perfect. I'm not in the place where I want to be as far as like, my health or whatever, but I can look at myself in the mirror and I can say that. And a lot of people can't fucking do that. Like, one of the biggest things that, when Kayla and I started our relationship, we were going over like what we want out of the other person. I straight up told her, I want you to be happy and healthy. That's it. I want you to be able to get up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say that you are happy with who you are and you accept the fact that you have flaws and you're willing to work on them going forward in life, because that's all it is. Life is just a journey, and anytime you say you hit your goal, then that's bullshit. Now you got to pick you need to make another one or keep on moving forward. You know what? Life ain't gonna stop for nobody.
Hell yeah, but you know what? That's why my sister Arlene and her man Corey, their whole conversation before the relationship, and I love it because they both tell the story from their point of view, and it's almost like the exact point of view. It's fucking awesome because basically when they got together, he came down from a guy that she was talking to as his friend, and they ended up hooking up. And after that, she was like, "I don't want you to leave. Like, I like it." And he was like, "Well," because he just got out of prison, he didn't have shit to his name. He was staying with someone, so he was like, "Look, I ain't got nothing." He straight up said, "I will buy you what you want. We can go get you clothes right now." And it's funny because that's kind of where it was at, which is cool. The relationships had to start somewhere, right? But then once it actually started to get more serious, he goes, "All right, well now that this is getting more serious, do you like to be hit?" And my sister goes, "Hell no." He goes, "Good, neither do I." Bam! Instant basis for their relationship. Just don't beat each other. That's all it is. And no joke, they've been together for a long ass time now. Through her cancer, through their child, and I'm like, bro, that's love, dog.
Let's be real though. A big, nice, chunky part of that is that thunder booty.
Oh, bro, that's that honey bun shakedown, dog. I mean, but he wasn't starving over that. She was like, "Oh, bro, you." I mean, don't get it twisted. He's starving over it, but hell yeah. I mean,
I will be.
That's the most beautiful thing I ever heard. Because to me, that's like, bro, especially because that just shows you like how both of them were like already on that point of like, they there.
It's great being on the same page.
Man. So I was just like, bruh, that's legit. And
I'll tell you, man, if this didn't work out, man, I was gonna come to Texas. Me and you was gonna get married. Fuck it.
Oh, you know what? I'm down, bro.
Hey, we're in there. Ain't gonna be no consummation, but
Oh yeah, they will. Not between you and me, but you know what? We can go out. We can go pick up some sisters over here up the street and.
Yeah, be like, yo, we're married, but what they call it now? We're in an open relationship.
Hell yeah. Except you're bald, so if Chris Rock says something about you, I gotta smack the taste out of his mouth. But yeah, that's where like my whole thing, because like my whole thing is, and it's funny because people are like, bro, because as much as I'm like, I think you should be able to love me, I should be able to love you. That's all there is to it. Of course, there's more to it because there's getting up to that point. We should be able to work through
any kind of issues and problems that we have. Like, and that's a big thing. That's a big thing that I see, right? No. And obviously there are certain things that are just like untouchables, right? But like if we have an argument and all of a sudden you re-downloading Tinder because your boyfriend made you mad, bitch, you wasn't supposed to be in a relationship in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But if we have an argument, and I can and you can stand on what you said, or you meant what the fuck you said, you should be able to come back and discuss it. Why the fuck did you say that? Like, she said something to me like a couple weeks back, and I literally sat there and was like, yo, so why did you say that? Where did that come from? And rather than, scream back at her or whatever, it was literally like, okay, so where did that come from? Because obviously you've been holding that for a minute, so let's address it. But instead, a lot of relationships now is like, oh, he yelled at me, or she yelled at me, or whatever. I'm breaking up with you.
It's because to stay on topic, that's meta.
Yeah,
like that is life meta. Because you know what? It doesn't matter what he do. Because someone out there, it might not be the person you want, but someone out there,
yo, just look at Joy's Twitch chat. Hey, there's plenty of people to tell Joy she's beautiful if Michael decides to kick her to the curb. Yeah,
which is actually funny, because even if he did kick her to the curb, she would come back.
Oh, well, duh.
She loves the hell out of that man.
Yeah, which is a great thing. It's beautiful. Yeah. But,
Yeah, especially now, because at first it was not. And man. All right, Michael, Joy, you guys are going to see this. I'm throwing all your business out there. Because, like, at first, I didn't like Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff happened. Their relationship, it was early, it was rocky. Wasn't a fan of it.
Of course.
So, I didn't like her. Two,
also really dumb at that time, too. So.
Yeah. Two, the fact that, because when I found out she was single, I was going to go after Mana. Because Mana's cute.
What she wants to be.
No, she is cute all the time, which is kind of aggravating sometimes. Because sometimes it's like, now's not the time to be cute, but she's cute.
We got different tastes.
But, no. Even with different tastes, the cuteness is there.
There's more to it than like that airheaded shit. That knocks you down. So
no. I'm not talking about the airheadness. I'm just talking about her being cute.
Oh, just looking at her. I mean, well, sure, yeah.
Yeah. But thing is though and I really didn't like her. And she's a very, 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 very likable person. The two other people in here are always talking to her, always seeing her on stream, so they know how cute she can be. Mm-hmm. But that was one thing is I was like, bruh, because the one dude that she was with for a very long time, like, oh man, you're talking, he damaged them goods good. Not like sexually, just he did a number on it.
Yeah, and how long can you hold on to that?
Depending on who you are for an eternity, because there are just some people who just don't have that type of mental fortitude. I was one of them. I hung on to anger for a couple of exes for way longer than I should have, and that's why I'm probably still single. But you know what? Fuck it.
But at some point, that's on you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it comes down to the person. Like, I know some chicks out there that still look at every guy like they're the fucking worst thing in the world because her boyfriend cheated on her. And I'm like, but that, and I've explained it to her. That's not every dude though, but she just perceives it as thus because she once again made herself completely vulnerable. And when you're that vulnerable and someone hurts you, you don't want that pain. You just don't. This? This is someone you don't know, and that's why I don't want to throw them out there like that.
I was just making sure we weren't still talking about
Joy. No. Yeah. No, but Joy just she was book smart, and I was like, that's about as far as it went. And I was like,
Man, common sense was not there.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what, Michael, if you want it, you can have it. And no joke, hey, bruh, like it. Everyone heard him screaming at her the other night. It took a whole lot of that to get her up there. Yeah, Kansas people, see, he knows.
Yeah, right.
The fucking beard. I love you, dude.
But there's a lot of shit, man.
But yeah, and that's. I mean, I like how this went from like talking about meta to fucking full on relationships. That's awesome. But no, because even like me,
man.
Like
Flash Damage podcast coming soon.
Hell yeah. Because I ended up getting hurt when I was young, and it sucked because it wasn't her, it was the kid, and no joke, that's how come like I just can't do the stepdad thing like that. Getting attached to a kid be his, father, and finding out that no, you're not going to be his father.
Sean, am I right?
Huh? No, me. Sean had it happen too, yes. But yeah, like, and that's how come Sean takes advice from me on that situation, because I had it happen to be before he did. And but that turned me into a fuckboy for the longest, because of the fact that I was like, bruh, I put that much effort into getting
videos like that, but I understand that it's normal and not serious.
Yeah, well, sometimes, like during like, because it's my sometimes you gotta jump enjoy shit with both feet. No, Cass would be with Sean. This was me, like a good, like, damn, I'm old. What would that be, like 16 years ago? Damn, that would make him 16 already, motherfucker. But anywho, but yeah, and like that just hurt me beyond all. Like, and I actually, like, no joke, out of being that guy who never really got that depressed, because I was always just the cool kid and everyone, was hyped about me, bro. 2 months. That shit drove me to drinking. That shit drove me to thinking about shit all crossed. And my family was there and they were supportive, like, hey, bro, got you. But that was also because I was stuck in my I'm too high and mighty pride. So I didn't want anybody's help. And it just sucked. It took me, like, just being like, you know what? Why am I being a bitch? I'm a Silva. Silvas don't act like this. Like, for real. Like, I put a lot of stake in my last name. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta start living like a Silva and put this shit behind me. And it was a pain in the ass, especially, after about a year when you're walking. Hell yeah. When you walk into a Walmart and you hear data and a kid hugs your leg and you look up and see your ex and you look down and see the baby. The pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I turned into a giant fuckboy. And then it turned into, I'm out to get fined. Fuck all you bitches, quite literally, because I don't give a fuck. And then, like, and it's hard to get into a relationship because then you're aiming for a specific kind of woman that you can't have a relationship with.
Bro, I went monk mode for a year and a half. Came out and was like, yo, I'm about to slay all these bitches. Fuck 3 girls and damn near wiped up the 3rd one.
Hell yeah. Yeah. But I did that, and it was actually funny because the person who got me to, like, get out of that funk was this girl I knew from school. I was helping her do something afterwards, and, like, her and her boyfriend went someplace. So I was just sitting there talking with her mom, and her mom was kind of hot. And I was just like, hey, let me shoot my shot and see what happens. And shit ended up happening, and she was like, yeah, she was horny. I was horny. Shit worked, and then she was like, oh yeah, sex was cool, but she was a fuckboy. And I was like,
I still hit though.
Oh yeah, but she called me out on it, and then she even, like, told me out of her years of wisdom why I felt the way I did. And because I was like, okay, you know what, that's your opinion, but then that shit resonates, and then I was thinking, like, damn, I really am like that, aren't I?
So?
Fuck. Well, it's because, like, my whole thing is, like, I still want a relationship, I still want a family, I still want, but you can't do that when you're aiming for chicks of a certain height. Because, I'm sorry, but some girls out there just aren't wifey material. Just like some dudes out there aren't husband material. Like, and no joke, if you keep fishing in the same pond, you're gonna catch the same type of fish.
Yeah.
So I had to be like, look, and I changed my mind, and I was like, hey man, you know what? And because I was always the one that I would chase chicks, and then not only that, but I was also the type of guy who would chase chicks, because I used to be hot, like really hot. Like now I'm hot, but I'm more of like the nowadays hot. I got the dad bod, the 4-inch penis, which is really cool nowadays. And I was that before it was cool, like type stuff. Like, but back in the day, I was walking around big muscles, just dripped masculinity because I played football and in the army and all that good stuff. So I was what a lot of chicks wanted, but I would aim for chicks that I knew were 10s, 11s, 12s out of 10s, just going after them, because eventually they would just wear down and be like, okay, You are kind of hot. I am kind of horny.
That's why you gotta get you a good 6, man. I'm telling you, best decision ever.
Well, that's the thing is though, is because that's also, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because I thought one of my exes was hot. Like, I would have easily put her at an 8, and everyone else is like, she hits like that 6.5, and I'm like, bruh.
Hey man, look. 6 is normal, my dude. Like, I don't get what the fuck people act like 6 is a low rating. 6 is normal. I actually slightly above average. Okay.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, man, I'll be the king of the 6s before I take another 10 any day.
Hey, but the thing is though, is you gotta look at it though, because the difference between a 6 and a 5 is, you know, ooh or ah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and a 5 is can she cook, nigga?
Hell yeah. But no, that did happen to Sean though, Beard. Like, it just happened to me first. He copied me. He saw his older brother do it, decided to give it a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like one of those things. I had to like, okay, you know what? Maybe she's right. And then when I started to actually look at it from, you know, outside my box, I was like, damn, I'm a dick. And then that's when I started to have to be like, look, how do I attract the woman I want? Like, a woman that I would like. And no joke, it's kind of funny because I did it in high school. Like, how I got all the chicks' attention was by not giving a fuck. You think I'm cute? Ooh, whatever. But then they wanted me even more. And then I was like, man, you know what?
Yeah, but that thing that you used to lure them in is not going to be the thing that you use to keep them, though.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But the thing is, though, is now I just started. Oh, my God.
I ain't getting no man who can't cook or take care of himself. Yeah, duh. That's part of being a fucking adult. But
exactly.
Quite literally, I know how to cook, clean, do all this shit. But she enjoys doing these things for me. Like, what the hell? All the automatic assumption is, oh, I can't cook or I can't clean or take care of myself, so I want a woman who can do it for me. No, fuck that. Now I can do all this shit by myself because if you weren't here, that's how I live. Like, I just want you here because those are things that you can do to make life easy for me. I don't need you to make fucking money because I'm not going to get to spend any of your money anyway. So, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, nah, care about that shit. Not only that, but having a chick that cook, because, you know, if I'm going to cook when I get home, so you have a meal to eat, I expect you to do it.
I'm out here fighting a war every fucking day, all day. When I come home and she's like, yo, what you want to eat tonight? Oh, you mean I don't have to cook for myself tonight? Oh shit, hell yeah! But guess what? If she wasn't around and I was here, guess what? I'm gonna have to go ahead and throw the fuck down. I was a meal prep king before she came along, and when she was like, "Hey, I'll do our meal prep," oh, bet that's a great way that you can contribute to the team. Welcome. Yeah. And while you do that, I'm gonna make sure that the fucking walls of this castle don't crumble. The fuck?
Pull them up with that big dick.
Yeah, but no, it's just one of the things like, yo, look, like motherfuckers be in relationships and don't be looking at it as like, yo, y'all fucking team out here. I don't give a fuck. And even if one of y'all is pulling more weight, I don't give a fuck. You still pulling what you need to pull. You know, my girl can quit her job tomorrow and we would still be okay. So, like, and obviously she won't do that because she's, you know, strong, independent black woman. But still, like,
but she don't need no man.
If she quit her job tomorrow, guess what? We'll be all right. Even if I need to get another job so that she wouldn't have to work, guess what? That's what I'm gonna fucking do. And on her side of the table, if she decides to, hey, I'm gonna be the one to make sure that, you know, we cook clean, that Xavier's taken care of and whatnot. So when Daddy comes home, that we can have our family time and we ain't got to worry about, you know, where the next meal is coming from or what the fuck we're doing. Then yeah, guess what? That's what it's gonna be. But that's the first thing that people want to spout in relationships. Oh, I want a man that can provide for me, blah, 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 blah. But then when he get home and ain't nothing to eat, oh, well, you can cook for yourself. All right, cool. So why the fuck are you here? Like, you know, guess what? Pussy is so common that I can pay for the shit.
Hell yeah.
I would rather not. But actually, in a way, I'm paying for it anyway.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's what I'm saying. But like, even on the cooking clean part, like, that's cool. I don't mind it, but like what I said earlier, like, your chick beating you at games, man, that's wife material. Like, that's not the only way to be wife material. Just throwing that out there, like, you don't have to be at games. Ways. That's like Abby.
Here's the thing.
Abby is not a video game person at all.
No, Kayla's not either. She beat me in fucking arcade games, but I bought her a Switch when we were down in Texas. She's played it like maybe 30 times.
Hell yeah.
Maybe. But it's like, okay, you know, at least she tried, right? And she still goes back to it when she's bored or when she's, you know, just chilling, whatever. But it's one of those things where she would rather sit and watch my fucking stream. and fucking fall asleep to it. Cool. I'll never have zero viewers when she's awake. So like, hell, most of the time when she sleep too, shit. But
hell yeah,
that shit, and that's the thing. Like, even if Kayla couldn't fucking cook, or she didn't know how to fold laundry or do none of that shit, bro. Look, bro.
Yeah,
like, she would still probably be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't find out that she could cook until fucking 6 months into our relationship.
Hell no.
So you know what I'm saying? Man,
that's like
crazy to me.
That's like what is it? Because everyone does it, everyone always bases someone off of.
Trying to get you.
I know, and I'm not angry about it, but that's why, like, and no joke, it's funny because you always take something from a relationship you've always been in, and the best thing, and I'll call her out because I don't care because someone looks her up for whatever, cool beans. Girl Lauren from high school. She was like my first major relationship. Like, me and her, I think we were together for like 2.5, 3 years. She was on the
Lauren's or thoughts.
She was on the dance team. I played football. It was a good time. But the thing is though, and like the one thing I give this woman is the fact that, and even the guys after me, that she's one of those women that, it was very weird because I was still nerdy. I played Magic, I played Dungeons and Dragons, but the fact that just the fact that she was like, I want to see what this is about. So she
put my dragon in your dungeon.
Yeah, so she tried to play Magic a little bit, and to me that was cute. But she was interested. And she was very big on her figure. Like, she liked to work out. She liked to, do her thing. And I was like, cool. And for the fact that we were high school kids and our relationship, which was considered weird because of the fact that we could like our own shit, because high school, nah, you guys are like this the entire time. Otherwise, it's not love. Was actually like pretty cool. And especially, getting to see people grow in a relationship like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little choked up when we were playing Magic at lunch and she hit someone with their first tech play. I was like, oh, they grow up so fast. Like, I was hyped. So I was like, that's my baby girl right there. That's what that is. Get it. And bruh, proudest day of my life. It was a good time. But like stuff like that, because now if a chick isn't like that, it's hard for me to actually like if you're not willing to come and see what I'm doing, because I want to try to see what you're doing. I've had chicks who are like, oh man, I'm into running, and I'm like, bro, man, I don't run, but I can keep up with you for the first 2 minutes. After that, I'll meet you at the end. That's all I got.
That's the thing. When it comes to men and women, right? We have to do that. We have to kind of poke around and see what you're about. But you don't have to fucking do that. And that's what's value added to me, because Kayla never had to have any interest in my stream, never had to have any interest of fucking raid night, none of that shit. But she was like, yo, hey, isn't it raid night tonight, or what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, at least taking some kind of interest. But we have to look at things that she and I might have in common when we're pursuing her. But they ain't gotta do nothing to fucking pursue us. That's why if I fuck you, eventually I win.
Hell yeah. But no, that's something like Michael and Joy, like, sometimes it gets a little annoying. But it's cool for the most part. Like, I think it's pretty cool that she plays the games he plays.
Yeah.
Like, does she suck at it? Yeah. Does she piss him off a lot?
Again,
hell yeah.
Here's the thing. But it comes with that territory, though.
Yeah.
You are a girl stepping into a space that's predominantly dominated by men anyway. And the same. And here's the thing. The same way that I wasn't there, but I've heard Michael scream at Joy before. But the same way he screamed at Joy, he did the same thing to Bowman, kept that same energy, and did the same thing to like 3 other people. Chris, other people kept that same energy. Guess what? If you step in here, fucking
beard. Beard said,
I'm already in here, so yeah, I streamed that shit last night. But no, it's one of those things where, like, you know, it does come with the territory. Yeah. Do you feel bad sometimes when Michael yells at Joy? Yeah, but is it justified most of the time? Yeah. But
like,
that's the same thing that would. Here's the thing: if I would have done, because he screamed at me before, now I clap back, but still, if I would have done the same thing that Joy did, I am confident that Michael would have yelled at me too.
Yeah. So, like, Michael keeps it fair across the board. Like, I do too. Like, if I scream at you, you're gonna get screamed at. But the thing is, though, sometimes, bruh, especially because, like, when I scream and get angry, I scream and get angry. When he screams and get angry, he doesn't just, like me, I can put all my anger up front, and you know I'm pissed, but I'm more physical than he is. Like, I will get in your face and throw that shit in there. Michael will be pissed off at that moment, like how I use certain things, like I like to joke about stuff, especially when shit goes wrong. I love to joke about it because that's my way of poking at you. Of being like, oh yeah, this, poke. Oh yeah, this, poke. Like, it's funny, get over it, it's all said and done. Michael would be like, he pokes to poke that spot. Like, he won't try to make it funny. He'll be like, you remember this one time that you fucking fucked up, you dumb bitch? And it's like,
yeah, well, bro, that's the thing. That's the thing. You, and the thing is, you ain't gonna talk to me like that unanswered. Like,
bro, and RP, what up, my dude? Sorry, I didn't.
You've experienced that shit, bro. You've experienced that shit. Michael's experienced that shit. I don't give a fuck. Even if it's a situation where I'm in the wrong, motherfucker, you ain't my daddy.
Hell yeah.
Look, guess what? You gonna have to we man to man this shit. You gonna have to talk to me like a fucking human being, and that's why like back when we didn't even talk and beat fucking Ursak. That's gonna be, and that's actually one of the stories that I got.
That's the shining moment. That's
one of the Shield Bro stories that I got in my notes for when I go to make them books.
Hell yeah.
No, that's one of them things to where, like, you called me boy because you knew.
Oh yeah.
That was gonna piss me off. And
yeah, I
was like,
did.
okay, all right, I'm gonna show this bitch ass better than I can tell him. And we sat here knocking off a whole fucking boss with zero fucking communication. And people are like, oh, how is it that y'all was able to do that and y'all was mad at each other because we knew what the fuck needed to be done. But guess what? You're not gonna fucking talk to me like that. And then when you can come back at the end of that and be able to say, hey bro, what you said was fucking out of line, and hey man, well, you was acting like a bitch and all this shit, and we go, you know, we virtually hug it out until we actually met in person. But yeah, hoisting the fucking colors. That's great. But it was multiple situations like that, you know, like you know, Mike had his snap moment before, and I don't even remember what that shit was about. But it's a lot of that shit, man. But it's one of those things that comes with the face.
It was over DPS because
I was always a tank. I was never a DPS.
Yeah. Oh, with him? Oh, I thought you meant just because I thought you meant just with Raid in general.
No, because here's the thing, Michael and I's relationship didn't get I feel like we're closer than we were when we first met. Because remember, I met Sean, then I met you, and then I met Michael last.
Well, you also met our dad, and our dad agreed that you're an honorary Silva. So
that too.
Now you're just closer. Period.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where, like, I forget what happened, but me and Michael got into a screaming match, and it was literally for like 2 seconds, and it wasn't even like a screaming match. He said some slick shit, I said some slick shit, and then I think I told him I'd beat his ass or some shit like that, and he was like, yeah, you talk that good shit. And at that point I was
that
like,
sounds like Michael too.
yeah. I was like, okay, Michael might be about that shit. Now, you know, I wouldn't want to have to fight Michael because then I got to fight all three of y'all, and that's not fun.
Actually, no, you don't. Like, as far as as far as our thing goes, I'll make sure.
I have to run phase with the gauntlet, okay?
Well, no, you will fight him, and I just got to make sure that he doesn't get his ass whooped. That is my job. like when he's knocked out, that's where it stops. Now, if you try to go continue stomping while he's knocked out, that's when you get the gauntlet.
But that's the thing, you know me, and when it comes to that shit, that's dishonorable as fuck. If it gets to the point to where, but man, where you can't defend yourself no more, I'm done. Like that's nah.
All right, RP.
But shit. Okay, I see. Yeah, but that's just. Yeah, but it's one of them things where, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is though, and that's to come like, I hope no one has to fight Michael because like me, I'll fight someone fisties. Like we can take this outside, and you're gonna find out that my foot goes from your waist to your throat, and you're not gonna want to do that no more.
Well,
Michael, on the other hand,
Michael's a rogue for a reason. He fight like Dominic Toretto.
Michael, on the other hand, like he'd be like, cool, we're gonna fight outside. Let's go outside. And then, no joke, he will walk to his bedroom, he will grab his weapon, and he will walk out, and he'll be like, look, now that you wanted to fight, you know what you're up against. You still want to fight? And you say, yes, you're going to get shot in the chest. Because Michael knows he's not the biggest dude, but he knows he's going to win. Like, that's, like, he has more, you know, thing about winning than I do. Yeah. And no joke, you ain't going to... He brings a gun to a fist fight. He's the winner.
Hey, it is what it is.
Hell yeah. And no joke, I'm not going to say nothing about it because you know what? Then you pick the wrong dude you fuck with.
But here's the thing. And
Sean, on the other hand, Sean will scrap and get stomped and then still talk shit.
This is the reason I don't fight people anymore, because like, especially like me being a bouncer and like seeing the different ways people have fought each other, bro, it ain't worth. Because if I blow your shit out and you pull out a gun, it's perfectly justified.
Oh yeah, see,
it is what it is.
See, that's the difference between you and me, because oh man, I'll beat your ass, but as soon as you pull out a gun, it is now for my life. So now I will have no problem ending to that
point. I would rather not get to that point. That's why I spec in charisma now.
That's why I spec in charisma. He's
because I can just talk you down. Yo, you out of line. You gotta go. But next time you come in, your first drink's on me. Get the fuck out of here. And it worked every time.
No, because even when I worked as a bouncer, like, no joke, people at the Zebra treated me like people treat me here. Like, you know what? It was a cool night. We'll be having a cool night. Dude, there's guys who would get drunk, shit-faced, that I've had to take care of before. And no joke, they'll start acting dumb, then they'll be like, shit, now I'm working tonight? And they'll turn and see me by the bar and be like, you know what? Nope, not worth it.
I'm cool.
I know what happens. And I'm like, cool. And then you'll have people who are drunk, shit-faced, and some dude will start acting up, and they'll go be like, no. Alan's here. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And it's like, good. Y'all know. At this point, I'd rather just talk you down, and you know what I'm saying? We could just walk away from this shit, because if I have to break your face, then hey, it happens sometimes. You earned it. Yeah, like that's just what it is. But I mean, whatever. Like, now that I'm older and I got more stats into wisdom, though. Like when it comes to like, we'll circle back to like the yelling part and shit like that, and even going as deep as like the tyrannical thing. That's the part that actually, like, not even like the lie or any of that shit that was rubbing me the wrong way about like the whole Kansas situation. Because like even before like, you know, Cross left. Hell yeah. Like, well, even before Cross left with all that whole situation, he and I, we even had a conversation about, like, you know, him standing up for himself and doing all this XYZ 1, 2, and 3. And he's like, yeah, people won't like me if I go back to being the old me and all this other shit. I'm like, bro, then go back to being the old you. Is that when you were the happiest, my dude? Then why are you tempering yourself for other people? And it's like, why that conversation, dog? He was just like, yeah, so my wife said I can't play anymore on Tuesdays. Wait, what? No, on weekends. Yeah, I know. I'm just talking shit. But yeah, but then because then after Cross left, I talked to Josh, to Dark, and it was pretty much a conversation around like, yo, you know, I'm thinking about leaving too, but blah 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 blah. And I was like, bro, you need to make a decision based off of you, dog. Not based off of, you know, the people around you and everything. Yeah, I know that these your friends, these your boys, and you want to push and whatever. But guess what? You gonna have to piss somebody off. So yeah, that's go ahead and rip off the Band-Aid. That's just the way of the world. That's like freaking man. Like, you're going back to WoW, and that sucks because we ain't going to shield bros it up. But I mean, that's your call. You want to play WoW. I don't want to play WoW. It happens. I mean, but now you know, and I'll touch on that. The fact that and it's something that I'm guilty of big time. I think I was telling Beard about it.
the fact that I've let for maybe the last couple of years now other people's enjoyment of a game or lack thereof dictate whether I played it or not. Like when Michael and Joy quit WoW, because obviously you hadn't played in a while, but when Michael and Joy quit WoW, I quit just because they weren't playing. And when I think about like how much I played the game
welcome
and like
back.
when I played WoW, yeah, welcome back, bro. When I played the game, I was solo up until raid night.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 35th wheel on this. Sure, yeah, right. Beer was just like, I'm here, but like I just want to play. Y'all brought me into this shit, and I'm beating half y'all. So like, you know, I kind of just want to keep clapping that ass. Anyway, but no, like people's enjoyment of games like that have kind of like took me away from them. Like, oh yeah, this game sucks. I hate this game. Blah 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 blah. And you know that shit gets to you sometimes because here I am enjoying this shit, and you know I'm eating butter pecan ice cream, and then everybody telling you how it tastes like shit. Eventually, you know, you gonna think it tastes like shit until you go back to it. You're like, yo, why the fuck did I ever stop this shit? And like, I didn't have an issue with Torghast. I didn't have an issue with hell. Most of the things on, I put my dick in World of Warcraft. But the fact that, you know, you guys weren't playing, it was like, oh, well, there's not going to be a raid night. But then I was like, well, shit, most of my enjoyment from WoW was outside of raid night. So why the fuck did I quit? Fucking Cyberpunk.
You do a raid night. It's not that hard. You can do raid night. There's LFR.
Yeah, I could. But even still, but no. Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. That Minecraft, dude. Oh, you need to check out my stream from Tuesday when he got hijacked. Cause there was a whole bunch of Minecraft talk on that one. Just so you know.
Yeah. It was one of those things like Cyberpunk, right? I played the fuck out of Cyberpunk, even though my computer couldn't handle it, which now Cyberpunk looks fucking amazing on my computer. But my computer couldn't handle it, and I was still having zero issues. I beat the game, got all the endings, all this shit, and I was just enjoying playing the game. But my roommate, on the other hand, did nothing but complain for days on end about different things that he was experiencing in the game, to the point to where I was the only person he could talk to about it. So I literally quit the game because he wasn't enjoying it, and then it was kind of a kick in the teeth because then this dude played the game every single day for like 3 months straight. And I was just like, yeah, I can't get into it now because you've essentially soiled it. You know, oh, my favorite movie series. I'm watching this movie series, and next thing you know, fucking, oh, well, this movie sucks, and let me tell you why. So yeah, but now I'm like, nah, bro, I'm going back to all the games that I dropped and having fun. I booted up RuneScape the other day and had fun for a good like 4 hours. I was like, yo, what?
How is that game still around?
Bro, RuneScape is still kicking, bro. And
I don't understand it though. Like, don't get it twisted. Man. I was about RuneScape like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
but I expected that shit to fucking wipe up and be done with by now. But no, but I'm like the opposite of you. Like, I hate when people like throw so much at a game, but when it's only because of the fact that they're like, oh, bruh, this, that, and the other, and I'm like. So you like a game for this, right? Yeah. You know that's broken in that game, right? And then they're like, but it works the way I want. And I was like, but that's not the way it's designed, though. Like, you like the fact it's broken, which is cool. But if the game was normal, you would hate the fucking game. And I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
That's like, what was it? New World. I told everybody, I was like, New World is going to be the hype because it's Amazon. Yep. And going to eat the biggest load of turds y'all have ever seen in the world.
Yep. And I put my dick in that game.
And don't get it twisted. Initially, because hype will take you a long way. But that's how come they went from having a massive 30 server thing to now they have one server that has like 5 people on. Like,
yeah.
Bruh.
But the thing is, hype also puts you under that magnifying glass too, because I jumped on it because I was like, I've never seen this shit. I just want to see what it's about. And it turned out to be fun for what I was doing. I was doing a whole bunch of solo play, and then the closer I got to like the so-called wannabe end game, I was like, okay, I'm seeing what people talking about now. Okay. And at that point, I was comfortable with dropping the game, and there was no, well, I enjoyed this aspect of the game. That's like niggas who play Call of Duty just for zombies, right? It's like, yeah. But you gonna drop $60 to play zombies again?
Exactly. I mean, don't get it twisted. To some people, that's worth it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just like to some people, like paying $50 a month for WoW is worth it. It was worth it.
$50 a month.
Yeah, or 100 a year, whatever their whole special thing is for WoW. However much you gotta pay to play that damn game. On top of
I just pay for my shit with gold.
On top of buying the expansions.
Yeah.
Like,
but there was a time where you knew you were getting some good shit when you bought that.
And that's the thing.
When you bought Wrath of the Lich King, you knew that you were about to get some shit, and they delivered on it. And even though Mr. Pandaria is my favorite fucking expansion, but that's just because the monk came out, bro. They could have gave me the monk in what was it?
Warlords?
Burning Crusade. Oh. No, Burning Crusade, and I'd have been cool with it and never would have looked at Mr. Pandaria.
Burning Crusade was a good expansion though. Now if you would have said
no, BC was a good expansion.
If you would have said that they could have given it to you in Warlords and you would have accepted it, I would have been like, oh, bruh, you must really love Monk.
No, I do really love him. Especially the condition that Monk first came out at, bro. For what?
Oh,
dog. Yeah, no, I was all over it. But no. I'm just saying, like, there are certain things that like made things great. But yeah, back then you were able to buy a WoW expansion and be confident that you were about to get some.
That you were getting
shit.
A quality item, yeah.
Yeah. But then they tried to ride that wave with the bullshit changes that they made in Cataclysm and Mr. Pandaria, and then the shit was going downhill from there.
Actually, Cataclysm, I like the beginning, but it's because that's when they started trying to make.
Yeah. The beginning of Cataclysm was cool.
Because after that, they tried to be like, well, we want it to be all inclusive because everyone should be able to rate it. Everyone should be able to do dungeons.
Versus,
Be like, people who want a lone wolf should have a way to run group content.
Yeah.
While lone wolfing, and it's like, no, bro.
Why
people
would you
talk.
do that if they want a lone wolf?
Yeah, because that's what
walk in dungeons. You used to just be able to walk in dungeons and start fighting shit. You wouldn't get too far unless you were good at what you could do. But yeah, you used to be able to walk into fucking dead mines and then get clapped on by all the level 19 enemies while you were level 25.
Yeah,
but hey, you had that option. Now you go to walk in there. It's like, do you want to queue up for a dungeon? No. Just let me go fight some stuff.
Oh yeah, well not only that, but then you just have the way the game's gone to where like now you don't have to be good to do anything.
Oh yeah, no. You just gotta be able to follow the rotation that you found on Icy Veins.
Yeah, especially because like back in the day when I played, I'm not gonna lie, through vanilla, I sucked. And when I say sucked
about it, bro.
No, but when I say sucked, like once again, when it came out, I was like 16. I wasn't big brain like I am now. But I suck. Like, you don't understand. Delk could run circles around me.
Yeah, nah.
Dead serious. Dead serious. I went into that game, and out of everyone in the house playing it, Sean, Michael, John, Trey, Marcus, Blackie, fucking everyone, I sucked. Like, they wouldn't even take me into groups for dungeons because I was that bad.
Yeah.
Like,
but that forced you to get good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially because, and I even sucked at getting good. If it wasn't for the fact that
ice cream at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Even because even though like it took one guy who was like, "Let me show you what you're doing wrong,"
you're gonna get punished,
and then I will follow that guy to the end of the earth. And then he even was like, "Bruh, you're gonna come on this raid with us." What? No. Like, really? Like, are you dumb? And he's just like, nah, watch and learn. Just watch and learn. And no joke, I follow this dude up through BC. And then after BC, I was like, you know what? I now understand how this game works and how this stuff functions and how this all works. And I was like, damn. And then,
what's funny? And
then me and Michael created a guild. And it was the shit.
There was actually a similar situation because going through I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna laugh, right? So you already know how I fuck with like black market stuff all the time, right?
Oh, hold up real quick. But RP, bruh. Create your own game. Dude, that's my dream too. Don't get it twisted. Even though I'm not gonna do all the backdoor stuff. I got the mind for it. But hell yeah.
Countries. No, so bro, when I played in vanilla, I started out, I remember I had a little night elf druid. His name was Nature Trips, and he was my favorite character ever until I decided to play a paladin. Man, playing that paladin was crazy, but I didn't get anywhere until I got to Burning Crusade.
Once I hit Burning Crusade, I just gotta do it.
You say what?
Jamal said it, I just gotta do it. Yeah. Oh, he said it. I was like, first of living alone.
I jumped. That was when I jumped on Illidan, which is I jumped on the server Illidan, where that was like the raiding server, and I literally put in general chat. I was like, "Hey, I suck at playing Paladin. Can anybody help?" Because this was before Thought Butt and all that stuff. And this dude literally was like, "Bro, first of all, what spec do you play?" And I was like, "Well, I play red, but I want a tank." And he was like, "All right, bet." And this dude threw me into Black Temple off get. And I was like, "I can't do this." He was like, "I know." Like, oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's when Beard became a man. But no. But it was one of those things where like, yeah, this dude showed me the ropes and he's like, "Look, you're gonna fail. But I'm gonna show you everything that you're doing wrong and what you can do better." And basically, when he was just telling me, "Hey, look, no, this is where you're messing up, and this is where you're messing up," and I just kept failing until I got it right. And then at that point, I was like, "All right, cool. Can't nobody tell me shit." Then we went to Wrath of the Lich King, going balls deep. Oh, Kilo Lantern, what's up, big dog?
Oh, Kill's in here too, G.
Yeah, he just slid in. He said, "Wow."
Oh yeah.
More like whoa, but yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, no, but it used to get me so hyped because like that's just what I remember of it, and now it's just like.
But that's what I was talking about.
I hate
when the very beginning of this conversation, bro. The very beginning, how I was telling you how like the sense of progression, right? Because World of Warcraft, like my World of Warcraft career is like I've been chasing that in so many other games. That's like why if I jump into an MMO, it's like ugh, because like I have like this fucking, let's see, 2009 I started playing. No, 2008 I started playing World of Warcraft. So you talking about fucking 14 years now, and bro, I've come so far from Judgment while auto attacking, and bro, oh my god. But to where I am now, man, bruh.
Oh, don't get me started on
about every game. What about Guitar Hero 7 for PC?
Guitar Hero, bruh. First and foremost,
I suck at that game.
I'm more of a Rock Band guy, but that's because I'm a drummer and I like the drum. But Guitar
that
Hero
shit was crazy.
Guitar
yeah,
Hero.
I remember that Beard. Like that shit was crazy because like Beard was gone for one raid night and then came back, started dicking on Asa, fucking Daniel, and like three other people, where people were like, "Yo, where the fuck did Beard come from?" I think you went and started doing like mythic pluses and shit, bro. That man, bro.
But yeah, no, it just can't. Oh God, no, I just Beard. It was what's his name? The boss. Oh, I can't even remember the raid.
That was Tychondrius. He put it up there.
Oh yeah. No, was it Tychondrius?
Yeah, it was Tych.
No, Tychondrius isn't the one I'm thinking of, though.
It was in the Nighthold. I remember.
It was Nighthold, though. Remember Nighthold?
Yeah, because we were on Croesus, and when we were trying to go up against Tychondrius, Beard got benched.
No, it wasn't Tychondrius.
You sure? Because I remember he was going balls deep before. I think we did. I think the next chick is Elisand or something like that.
No, it was. Not you. No, it wasn't you. It wasn't that bitch. Fuck that bitch though.
Hello and welcome to the Fat Boss Guide.
It was Croesus.
Yeah.
Because Croesus was when I went off on everybody because I was so pissed. Because I'm like, how is the guy who's up in this dude's crotch gonna leap past range to get freaking?
Oh yeah, no.
Get on dots.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
you're right. That's Beard. I think that's actually that is when you. I forget. Beard got benched at some point though, and he came back dicking on everybody because that's why you got mad, because Beard was literally doing their stuff and still
supposed to be doing and still doing out DPSing them, and this was after he had got benched. So I'm pretty sure. I forget what boss it was, but yeah, no, he got benched at some point because Beard came back swinging, literally.
I remember getting after him once and telling him that he needed to do something to up his stuff.
Avatar.
And I can't remember what boss it was because I got angry a lot. But him specifically, because I never really had to jump his Beard because Beard always did his job. I know.
Avatar. Is he talking about the Star Augur or some shit? Atreus. I think that's the one.
Because I jumped in Dark's shit when he first started healing, and he hated me for a month and a half, and literally, and I was so angry because he would take and he was texting Joy, and he was looking through our logs, like questioning everything I did. Like, why did he pop this here? Why did he pop this here? Why didn't he do this here? Why did he do this here? And he was, and it was funny though, because he was comparing me to like #1 tank, and I was like, cool, that's cool. Now let me tell you why I'm doing this. You see where he did it here to block this damage? I don't have a healer to heal that, so I had to do it here to block this damage. And no joke, after trying to catch me for like 4 raid nights, he finally was like, you know what, Sass?
Okay.
Or Mogu. Because I'm Mogu in WoW, not Sass. He goes, what am I not doing? And then when I finally broke it down, like, look, you need to stop worrying about healing output because your healing output's being duty. You need to worry about where your heals are going to get that output up. Instead of just throwing everything on everybody.
I remember because he could not deal with my fucking stagger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he hit me up one night. It was like, bro, how the fuck do I heal that? I'm like, you have to be preemptive about it because you ain't gonna know my stagger is high until it's too late.
Too late, yeah. And then not only that, and then when we ended up getting past School Dan, because we ended up getting a better guild to help us out through it, and no joke, and when that healer, who was a druid healer, outdid him hands down, and then told him that he was hot garbage, that's when he was like, oh, bruh. And I'm like, I told you, you aren't there. Like you're better than where you were, but you're not quite where you should be.
But let's be real though, the real turning point, bro, about them heals was when you had to solo tank that one boss, and I went heals,
and then you out healed in tank gear. Bruh, what I'm happy about that though is I didn't have to get angry at nobody. Like, I was angry at people, but they were like, damn, he came and just showed us.
Bro, but it's crazy because the thing is, you talking about healing through a solo tank in a raid boss. What?
where I take stacks. So I mean, I was eventually going to get one shot, but it's what had to be done.
Which boss was that? Because I know that was in Nighthold too.
A lot. No, actually, that one was not in Nighthold.
Or was that the one?
It wasn't
Emerald Nightmare. It wasn't the Emerald Nightmare.
No, it wasn't. It was that was in whatchamacallit, Uldar. That was after the new expansion dropped.
Uldar.
Was it not?
No, it wasn't. It was before, because I didn't play that. I stopped showing up for raids in the new expansion. I hated that expansion. BFA. I hated that. I stopped showing up for raids in that one. It was in Nighthold. It wasn't Nighthold. It was on Treliax. It was.
Okay. Got you.
On Treliax, yeah. Because I remember, because we had to come after you beat him, we went up around that little spiral ramp to get to the next boss.
Oh man,
so,
though.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I was scared though, because Michael talked about it many a time where he's like, I'm just gonna go get my priest. I'm gonna call it a day. And then I was like, no, because then we won't have the DPS to beat anything.
Hell yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie though, I'm
playing the so-called worst spec according to the meta, but then still dicking on everybody's damage.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That just shows like
he practiced that one punch 1,000 times.
Yeah, how good of a player he is. That's I even liked it because when I was doing like when I was going through Thoughtbot to show him like where his stats were, because he's never used it, and I was like, yeah, this is kind of, you know, where you're at. But yet he out DPS what Thoughtbot said he should be able to DPS. Yeah. And I'm like, that's how you know you're good. When they say, oh, he's
Michael Zenitsu.
Yeah, but Michael also sits there and will hit on a dummy for days.
Yeah.
Like, he perfected his rotation, not even what was meta's rotation. He knew where everything was, and that's the thing is, though, is no matter how good your character is, it still only shows how good you are. That can only cover so much. Yeah. So Michael getting everything to where it needs to be on his keyboard, on his mouse, that way he can react quick. Yeah, having that muscle,
he's clicking his abilities too.
No,
that's the
half
crazy
of
part.
he half clicks, half buttons, but he clicks a lot though.
Yeah.
But that is a thing though, and that's why Michael has that whole thing where he hates when people suck because they suck, because he also knows that if he could get there just off of sheer will alone, and like, I just need to do it I just need to get better at this and put in time, everyone can put in time.
Oh yeah.
Like, of course, you know, some people just have harder times doing it because, you know, especially now that we're older, kids, you know, work, all that other fun stuff, but he still puts in a lot of time when he knows he needs to put time in it. Just like the fact that he kind of would come to Raid and be like, I'm top DPS regardless. Until I think until Sean joined. Because Sean caught him right off get. And that week after, he goes, Alan, I think I need to start running some Mythic Plus. And I'm like, what? You're lying. And he goes, nope, Sean was too close for comfort. Can't have that.
Yeah, because Michael wasn't about them 5-mans.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't mind them. He hates the repetitiveness.
Yeah.
And that's how come he likes PvP, because the chances, well, except for the whole meta team, you're running up against different people who are going to react differently. It's never the same match, regardless of even the same type of classes.
Arena and shit like that, classes,
Yeah. So, because that's like, you don't know how fucking dumbfounded people were when me, Sean, and Michael were running threes. I was a tank. And I had
taking PvP is some fun shit. I don't care nobody say.
Well, in arenas, it really kind of is that downhoser. But the thing is, though, is people were getting so up. I had so many. Oh man, I wish I had these mentions to show you, because of the fact that one of the abilities for tanks is if we taunt, everyone deals more damage.
Extra damage.
And Michael and Sean were the two highest damaging people I know. Period. So it was funny when I would just charge in, taunt, and that one person's butthole would explode. And then we're like, well, now that it's a 3v2, and all I had to do was keep them off them. So, you know, charge, hamstring. That's all I had to do. They did the rest. Getting my little bit of damage. It was.
That is all. Go ahead.
It is good time. Good time.
Yeah. But that's all. Speaking of good time, that's all you get from me.
Oh, you out?
Oh yeah, man, it's 1:02. I gotta take my ass to sleep.
Oh hell yeah.
J-Max out.
Alright, bruh. You have a good one.
Oh yeah, man.
And everyone here, like,
this ain't the last one.
Yeah, another sit down, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to play. I don't know what I was feeling.
Man, fuck it.
Hell yeah. I need to decide on what. You know what? I have a good amount of people in here. I need to know what I need to be doing. I have the parentals are gone. Michael and Joy are gone. So, one, that means we have open stream night, so I think I might stream a little bit more this week, at least till they get back, you know, try to steal more of Joy's people. But yeah, gaming wise, like, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling nothing today, so we decided to just chat it up since me and Jamal were already chatting. But yeah, I know, right? Great podcast. Hell yeah. I mean, but nah, this wasn't even a podcast. This is just what happens when we talk. Like, for real, y'all. Like, I've had this talk with anybody who's willing to sit in there. We'll start talking and talk till 4, 5, 6 in the morning. It is awesome. Especially when you're on a subject that, like, you're both passionate about, like video games or relationships or, you know, somebody sucking. It's freaking great. So like, it's awesome. And not only that, but freaking, we all like to talk. So, so that bitch could carry on for days. Good fucking times, my guy. I kind of wish Michael and Joy were here. That would have been fun. But yeah, but that is something that we do plan on doing for everyone in here. Because I've always had, like, me and Jamal were always going to do our thing. But now, after what happened on Tuesday, Michael was like, hey, we're going to start using your channel for this too. And I was like, cool. So, I'm going to get a whole bunch of cool shinies. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, dude, it's that talk. That's all it is. And not only that, but you've been there for 90% of the stuff we talk about. So, you're just in there. And hopefully we get more people to join games that we all play. I mean, I know everyone's on the Minecraft server, at least for the most part. So, hopefully we get more stories like that, especially with the new server coming up, or a new game comes out and everyone wants to get it. So we could all just try to play together, sort of, kind of. Like, you'll get pushed to the wayside, you know, when squad gets on. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Especially if an MMO... Oh, Ashes of Creation. Oh, Ashes of Creation. That is going to be the game that releases all that. I hope. Not on cheap IKEA wood. I really hope, because oh my god, I've been preaching ever since I saw the Kickstarter. I have been preaching that game extra hard. Fucking Horizon, hell yeah! I'm telling you, bro. I saw that thing on Kickstarter and immediately was like, "That's the game. That is what that game is." And like, bruh. It will always be like that game, because every time you stay up late talking about, you know what would make this game better, they are doing it. And they're being very, you know, not money grubbing about it. They're like, hey, look, game's coming out regardless. Whether you guys, you know, pay for it hardcore or not, especially right now, it's all up to y'all. And like, they just, stuff they show. I watch that shit religiously. I could probably build a church to Ashes of Creation, like, for real. Oh my god. And that's where shit's really going to be fun, especially because, like, as far as an MMO goes, do I want to play Minecraft? Unfortunately, I am not able to actually play Minecraft right now, because of the fact that if I do hop on Minecraft, I'm working on the next season, so that way when the WoW comes out, you know, everyone gets something new. So, work. But, account. There is, I think, I'm gonna probably do it. When do they get back? Next Thursday? So on Tuesday? Tuesday sounds like a good day, at least. Tuesday. When I stream, I might be showing off a little bit of that new server, just so y'all know. You know, sneak peek. At least a little bit, because then Michael can't yell at me for 2 days till he gets back. So you guys will get to see some of the cool stuff that I've been working on and continue to work on, especially because yeah, it's pretty legit. But yeah, but anywho, but Ashes, bro. And especially because, like, Ashes, their main party size is 8, and we got like 9 people for show that I know personally that are going to be playing. So this is going to be the first time that we're having like a full fucking group of fuck. Oh, it's going to be great. Oh nah. You'll get that quick. It's going to be like, I'm just going to take that one frame. Y'all are gonna have to go back through and keep watching my thing and trying to pause on it. I'll actually just be like, look, check this out. Shiny, yes, all right. That's what you guys get to see. Trying to get you guys even more hyped, even though we did the talk on it. Because I'm telling you, like, it's cool to talk about, but it's even cooler to see. So, yeah. Good fucking Especially because you know what? Now that I know that a lot of people enjoy this, I might do this a lot more often, especially on nights when I'm like, I don't know what to play. Hell yeah, a lot of people are like, I've actually. It's funny because on Discord, I really don't get DM'd a lot. But ever since Tuesday, people have just been blowing me up like, yo, what about this? And it's like, oh my god. Just wait. Give people extra hype. And, too good. But yeah. So, and especially since like most of y'all are, a lot of you guys who come to watch me are from Joy's stream originally, so yeah, y'all a lot more Minecraft heavier than I am. You know what, Beard? I will come to you, Beard, because you know what? I'm all right. You can be part of the crew, guy. We were actually talking about that the other day, me, Michael, and Joy, and I was like, yeah, I'm not too angry at Beard, so yeah, but I love you, my guy. You back in good grace. Well, you were never really in bad graces, but it was just that Kansas tie that it's like when you know a chick's hot and you know she puts out, but you know she's gonna give you something. You know, and that was one of the things. Is I'm like, I don't want to just come out and ask like, yo, do you got something? No, kind of rude, but gobble gobble. Hell yeah, but no, cause I was actually sitting here, cause like, what was it? Cause I'm a weirdo, by the way. Because I like to create people in video games. Like, that's just what I do. That's come like Final Fantasy Tactics, Skyrim. Because to me, it helps me understand people a little bit more. And it's kind of interesting because then, you know, if I understand you play a certain way, then if you ask me, hey, I don't understand, like, I play this way, but I want to do this, I understand how you play so I can help you. And, like, I was actually over here because I was like, I need to get a hold of you, Beard, because I only know how you play because of WoW. But I want to know, like, what are your deeper thoughts so I can create you in Skyrim and in Final Fantasy Tactics. So you officially by my eyes are accepted. But yeah, and then, you know, and then my roster goes up by one. Yeah. But freaking A. Hell yeah. But the thing is, though, is I really don't DM because 90% of the time I'm working, and if I'm not working, I get home and I'll see you on, but then you're like, oh, I'm going to go to sleep because I got work, and it's like, bruh. And it's like, cool. I mean, I could keep you up till 4 in the morning, but nah. So let me get some sleep because I'm not going to lie. I'd rather get some sleep for work, too. Yeah, I always notify everybody, bro, in our Discord when I go live. It's in the live thing. But yeah, I'll specifically throw one out there for you if you want. Like, because, bro, I like getting as many people in here because, like, nights like tonight, it's just fun to have more people and talk a lot more and get everyone's outlook on the conversation. Fun. I like it. Give, you know, people to talk to. Or just like anybody else, like if you guys come up with anything later on, man, that's why I love YouTube. Hit me up in the comments, my dude. That'd be great. All right, bro. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, so it was good to see you. Bro, Anjak came by, my dude. Dang, bro. Freaking everyone who's been missing for a while showing up. What up, Yak? How's it going, my guy? think the last time I talked to you was, damn it, I haven't streamed Halo in a minute either, so I know that's been a while. Sheet. But hell yeah, man. Or if you guys got any game ideas, do drop them in the comments. Man, I'll either say yes or no, because there's a lot of games out there I don't like to play. But, you know, giving me some ideas, at least if y'all want to see them, I mean, I might as well play them, right? Especially if you keep showing up, because, hell, maybe it's a game I don't like and I might end up liking it in the end. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'll say it now because Jamal's not here, because since he was going back, I was thinking about going back, but don't let him know. Don't let Jay know. Joe doesn't. He doesn't need to know that. Damn, man, he was in here. Fuck. You didn't hear that either, Jay. Don't worry about it. Damn. Trying to keep that on the DL, and this dude pops back up in here. See, the only reason I want to go back to WoW, Hades. Oh, hold up, before I jump over that, because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm ignoring this. Hades, I think I've seen some stuff on it, but I have not played it. I don't think I've looked enough into it to know whether I'd like playing it or not. I will definitely look into it though. Got you. Renamed it to Mythical More. Nice. Yeah, like but I want, the only reason I want to go back to WoW, well, I just want a game that I can play with people. Because my whole thing is I like playing with people. Like, that's my thing. To me, especially because, like, I just like interacting with people. That's why I like streaming. Even though I don't interact with a lot because, you know, I'm not big and famous yet. Show off a little bit more cleavage, you know, get some more views. But I just like playing with that. And I just, the whole thing of multiple people pushing for one goal, that's become like ratings, my real big thing. Because that's just, to me, like, that's pinnacle. Like, yeah, it's cool when you can do a 5-man. Better when you can do a 10-man. It's better when you can do a 20-man. Like, when you have 20 people, not like, you know, fishing in people just to, you know, get it done. To me, that's what it is. And, like, not only that, but seeing people grow as not only, like, people, but as players. Like, being able to see someone be like, man, I remember when that dude got hit by every fire that ever hit him in his life. And now be it like, he never gets touched. Like, bruh. Seeing someone advance like that, and that just makes me feel good. Like, as much as people hated Lily in our guild, because she has one of those personalities. Like, seeing her go from extra suck to tolerably suck, that was a big thing for me. Like, I was like, man, you know, because I remember when she was just eating bottom of charts, where she would show up just to stand in shit and get gear, and I'm like, bro, you gotta contribute. And then seeing her, you know, pick up and advance from that was, actually, I yelled at her a couple of times, but you know what, that to me makes me feel good. And that's come like being able to point out, like earlier, that Beard was putting other people to shame, doing something that he didn't need to do. Wasn't something, but the fact that he played like that, dude, I like talking about it. I like seeing it. And that's come Ashes of Creation is such a big thing for me, because Ashes of Creation is pulling in, like, Sean's coming back to MMOs. If you guys don't know, Sean's my other brother. K Jones is coming back to MMOs. K Jones is always been one of the very unique ones because he plays so weird, but it, like, he's just that person who benefits everybody the way he plays. It's so great. I love the way he plays. freaking, of course, having Chill Bro Jamal, Michael and Joy, freaking gets me hyped. Our friend Chris, even though he kind of sucks at everything he plays, like the fact that he tries so hard, like he knows he sucks, but he tries and he gets shit for it all the time. But the fact that he tries so hard to do better each and every time, like, bruh, I gotta respect it even though you suck. Which gets me hyped, because eventually he's gonna do something amazing, and when he does, I wanna be there. Like Joy, as much as Michael yells at Joy, there's been times where she freaking turned into God Healer on WoW, and bruh, I was privileged enough to be there both times. Or when you have naysayers, I love it. Like, there's like 6 bosses, bruh, that we've gone up against where we've had people leaving, like, y'all will never down this boss because y'all suck, or y'all don't have this, or you guys can't do it because of this, and then what happens every time? The next attempt we down him. Bruh, come at me, naysayer. And then let me show you what the group I put together can do. And I love that feeling. That gets me so hyped. And Ashes of Creation is hopefully going to be that. Or, because Ashes of Creation probably still at least 2 years out, if WoW does something amazing with, like, if they actually put out stuff that works, it doesn't just there to build up nostalgia, and we go back to WoW, like, I'm hoping that it just has that effect. Because that would be nice. You know, have everyone back together and have the group back together and be able to 7-man a 10-man because we're down people and be like, see, it's not that hard. Y'all just have to do your damn job and do it well. Cause that's some hefty stuff too. Yeah. Go for it, bro. Well, it's not really ninja looting since you're telling me, but you know, you do you, my guy. Oh hell yeah! I knows it. Michael took in made this one, but now he's got to work on a lot more loadouts. So bet I got you, Beard. I got you, my dude. If not, if I find another game that we're crewing up in and we can get in a good fat group of people, I will definitely let you know. Yeah, because I got like a couple more minutes. I'm gonna have to cut stream because I gotta be at work early tomorrow too. But I want to keep this as long as I can because I love it. I don't know if I could allow Dark back though. He cut me deep, real deep. But yeah, but who knows, man? Who knows? But hell yeah, good times though. Good times. When traded for the world, you learn a lot, especially being able to look at everything in hindsight, because you know at that point, sight's 2020. Then I realized I should have yelled at everyone a whole lot more. To just take and start yelling just because. Hi, how you doing? Good job, fucker. All day long. Damn, that kind of killed, bro. I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, whew. But yeah, so, but since Michael and Joy are gone and they ain't streaming, I gotta keep you guys entertained in some way, shape, and form. Yeah, I haven't had a reason to. Because most of the people I've like, as soon as I start to raise my voice, they're like, nah, don't even do it, whatever. I don't even care. I'm sorry, and I'm like, all right, cool, you understand. But yeah, so I might be doing just like pop streams throughout the weekend and stuff, since Joy's not here because I know you guys are gonna miss Joy, and who knows, I might wear a low cut shirt and go over to their house and grab her pink wig or something and act a little bit ditzy like her, and you know, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Joy cosplay or Mana cosplay. I need to quit calling her by her actual name on stream. Mana. But but hell yeah. Uni cosplay. Hell yeah. But anywho, y'all, everyone who stopped by tonight, I appreciate everyone coming out. I appreciate you guys listening to me and Jay rant. Hopefully catch you guys on sometime throughout this weekend. If not, I will just keep my regular streaming day. So I will stream on Sunday. I will stream on Tuesday. Don't forget Tuesday, because PR's out of town. Might have to be showing you guys a little something, so you know, everyone knows that needs to be my poppin' night. That's what I want. But yeah, if you guys find out something later on, don't forget like the video, subscribe. Take and if something comes about your mind later, dude, drop it in the comments. I read all my comments. I get like two or three a week, so you know, guaranteed a response, bruh. Not famous yet, so. But anywho, y'all have a good night. I'll catch y'all on the flip.